What is up with the squad? It's Cess, favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building. Y'all know who he is. Rob the Man Media, Mr. Shake My Hand. We in the building today. Special Mother's Day edition of Say Less Mean More. Say Less Mean More. The two of us today. HD is on Mother's Day duties. But here we are. Let me make sure I drop the link because we taking all hot takes today. Pull up, share your thoughts. But let's get started. Rob, what's up?
Man, what's happening? Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful women out there, all the beautiful mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to you. Man, special edition. Y'all know what it is. Say less, mean more on this beautiful Sunday. Hope everybody having a blessed day out there. Drop them cities, drop them states. Let us know where y'all checking in from. If you're a mother out there, salute to you. We appreciate you for spending the time with us because we know y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all up here with us. So let us know.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We appreciate it. Yep. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Let us get that favor. Five of y'all share this thing out right now. Share it in the comments. Share it in the comments. Let us know that you got to share it out. What's up over there on the Instagram?
And before
Twitch, XX, everywhere we at. What you got?
Before we get into this thing, all right. If you're not a member of either one of the platforms, you better become a member. Because tomorrow it's up. You know, we got that. We got a matter of fact, next week, y'all probably might get two VIP lives, Monday and Friday. So check in because we do got a VIP live tomorrow for members only. So hey, if you already a member, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You can see the link. If you're not a member, you can't even see the link because it's already out being created. So hey, if you're on the side, just pull up, just kick that join button, and we're gonna get it rocking because tomorrow we got a special show for y'all for sure.
For sure. Make sure y'all thank you for the share. Thank y'all for the share. Thank y'all for the shares. Checking in from South Carolina. Sharon Stevens was good, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. So we winding down. We winding down the WNBA season, right? We winding this thing down, Rob.
Preseason, yeah.
People, this preseason. People been cut. People been picked up. Let's talk about what you thought about the WNBA preseason. Let's talk about that, and especially around the Gamecocks and how you think they fared and what you see coming from them.
I mean, what you come to realize is business at the end of the day. Especially like with the Gamecocks, as far as players who's made the roster, who hasn't. Paopao out there. You know what I'm saying? Fresh 14 points yesterday. You know what I'm saying? She's out there cook session. She looks like she's gonna make the roster from Atlanta. She was to me coming into preseason, she had the third best odds. But when you start to look at the actual roster and see them play, her odds got sweetened real fast. So she looked like she's a lock to make the roster. Bree Hall, who I had number one on the list, was the first person to get cut. But it looked like Indiana. When you look at Indiana, you break down Indiana, you look at the goddamn team. They ain't trying to have anybody that can play defense on the team. They just want pure offense. You can play a little bit of defense, but they just want pure offense. So, so I understand why they cut Bree Hall. Feagin, we still waiting to see what the situation look like in LA right now. It looks like she got a good chance. So it's been a good preseason so far for a lot of teams. When you talk about Vegas, I mean pretty much everybody that, for the most part, outside of one surprise person that got cut, which I didn't think Queen was gonna get cut out of who we had, but hey, it is what it is. But I feel like preseason so far has been good. No surprise people that got cut so far outside of one person to me.
Okay. So let's talk about let's look at the teams. I'm gonna ask you to buy, sell, or hold. Buy, sell, or hold on these teams when you come back up. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Look like I just lost Rob for a minute. So, happy Mother's Day for sure. Mondo in the building. You trying to get Te-Hina to the Valks? Why? Y'all had a chance to get Te-Hina at the Valks. Y'all didn't pick her. See, a whole lot of people had a chance to pick Te-Hina. A lot of people had a chance to pick Te-Hina and didn't. I mean, just straight up didn't. Te-Hina dropped to the second round. The player that you seen playing yesterday against the Atlanta Dream, did that look like a second rounder? AB, until us, fam. You know what it is. 42 in the chat. Run them likes up. Come on in here. Happy Mother's Day. Appreciate y'all pulling up with the Say Less Mean More show today. I think Rob has some technical difficulties. I'm expecting him to pop back up. HD is back next week. HD is back next week. So y'all let me know you was on vacation during the draft. What?
Hey, listen, now I know it's Sunday now. It's Mother's Day. Golly, do me right now. Yeah. That's what we on right now. Come on, man. YouTube, what's up? What's up, YouTube? I know it's
I don't know if
Sunday,
it's
it's
YouTube or
Mother's Day.
StreamYard. They trying to stop us. They trying to stop us.
Man,
What's
what
up, Robert?
doing?
Hey, Paopao been balling. Paopao, and I was asking him when you was away. Paopao dropped to the second round. What you saw on the court yesterday, did that look like a second round player? Hell no. No, that looked like a starter in the WNBA. Tell me it didn't. Tell me it didn't. Tell me it didn't. But Don don't develop no guards. Hey, did you see Paopao get it back in blood yesterday? Like we ain't gonna wait. Caitlin came down there and shot that three on Paopao. Paopao came down the court and said, "Man, I got a step back thing too. Look, pow, pow. My name is Paopao. Y'all see that? Paopao been balling. Paopao a hooper. Paopao a hooper. Tell me that she not.
All right, listen. You know what it is. You know what it is and what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because we supposed to break down the whole draft and all lay it out. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get up for y'all. We gonna put it up here on the screen so we can break down everybody picking and how the thing looking. You know what I'm saying? And we got people that ain't even trying to come to the league in the draft. They ain't even gonna pop out this year. But they got picked. They got picked before Paopao though. But we gonna get into all that.
Paopao. Pick before Paopao. Pick before Paopao.
We got people that looking like they can't even run up and down the court. The knee bothering them. They got picked before Paopao. So we gonna get into it, y'all. We finna get into it. But I'll say this with Paopao. It's just one of those situations where she just landed in the right spot. No, hey, listen, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad about it because she landed in the right spot who's gonna give her opportunity to be on the court. You gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself.
Feel like she gonna get the right opportunity?
Yeah, you gotta ask. She ain't got no choice. Are you betting on Howard looking like KB out there getting cardio miles out there? Come on now, let's get right.
Oh no, I'm not. But you know how they say, who the hell is evaluating these players? That's a great question. That's a great question.
Listen, how can you evaluate players?
Whoa.
Let's check this out.
Whoa. AB, cause we fam. Me and you fam. So let me say something. Wait a minute. There gotta be a typo. There's gotta be a typo. Hey, nephew, for real? Sellers is looking too good, bro. You had to forget that is not looking. You had to forget that NOT. Come on, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Listen. Hey, I need to see that NOT. Hey, you see her glitching out there? Trying to shoot that. Stop. Shoot that ball, girl. I know it's NOT coming in that thing, AB. I know this is an autocorrect problem right here. She's not looking too good. Matter of fact, the Golden State Valkyries looking like some geniuses right now. Because we was all scratching our head like, man, what sellers? Yeah, sellers.
Man,
hey,
she can't even like she can get up and down the court right now. You talking about she looking good out there? Man.
Woo! Woo!
Let's get into it.
You said she was playing like the Monstars took her talent, like he was in the bag somewhere. Out there glitching and everything. Hey, you gonna shoot that thing or what? Come on, AB now. Come on, you got. I need auto. I need to know that this is autocorrect. Hey, Aaron, it had me rolling at first, and then it was like, hey, what happened in between draft night and now? Because you don't look like the same Cheyenne Sellers that I saw at Maryland. And so did falling in the draft take some of your confidence? She looked lost. I mean, I noticed she had only had one practice with them, but okay, AB, because we be on the same page. I was just making sure. Yeah, okay. Can falling in the draft and then being cut by a team take that much of your confidence in just the craft you've been building your whole life? Because this is wide open shots I'm talking about. I'm not talking about She didn't know the cut. She didn't know the rotate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about she was wide open and didn't take the shot. I'm not sure. So y'all tell me. Come on, Rob. Let's talk about it. I need to know.
I ain't no confidence being taken. She just ain't healthy. Like, just stop lying to the people. Cause she tried to tell us. She did a whole interview to try to tell us that she was healthy. That knee was good. That knee wasn't a problem why she got cut. It's clear as day. The knee is wide. You can't even cut. She tried to do a crossover cut, and she down there about to lose her life. Like,
she looked like she was laboring. She looked like she was laboring to me. No, AB, I was going to say, don't do me like that, nephew. I said, wait a minute. What is he saying? What? AB? No.
Listen.
Okay. That was all good. We all good.
Listen, she ain't got no confidence.
Stella's supposed to be a 3-point shooter, so shoot regardless of how long you were with the team.
Well, see, here's the thing. I know they claimed her, but you got to understand where you just came to. You just came to a 3-point shooting team. It's either 3 or layup. You can't get to neither one of them right now.
Well, and then second guess the elbow. But I was so irritated with that. I don't know if y'all seen me on the live. I couldn't believe what I was seeing out of Cheyenne Sellers. I was disappointed. I hate that for that kid because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. That was the only game. That was the only game on at the time. I think by the time she got in the game. So everybody who was watching women's basketball watched that moment right there. That's a terrible piece of tape to have out in your rookie season. And I'm not saying that she can't overcome it. I'm just saying, damn, it looks really, really bad. And then I think about the kind of tape that Bree Hall put out there, and she's waiting to get picked up from a team. What the hell for? Bree shoot that 3 and defend. What you ain't call her for? They got. Hey, Bree and Te-Hina. I think I like that. John Antoinette, what's up, fam?
They need to go ahead and shut her down. You know what I'm saying?
Happy Mother's Day, fam, coming in the building.
Let that knee get right. Shut her down. Let that knee get right, man. Some ain't right.
Shut her down and keep her on the team. You so nice. Hey.
No, listen. No, shut her down to suspend that contract.
You must be rubbing off. You must be rubbing off on me.
Nah,
because you know what I said.
Shut her down and suspend that contract.
Let me tell you what I said. Shake my hand and learn Mandarin. That's what I said. So I don't know. So you rubbing off on me or something? I don't know. But I don't know if you being nice on Mother's Day. I don't know if you being nice on Mother's Day or what. But shake my hand and get your Mandarin on, honey.
It's Mother's Day, man. I gotta. She just bought that new ring. So you just.
Yeah, she got a wedding to pay for. That's why she need to learn that Mandarin. She need to learn that Mandarin.
She can't even play right now. Let's just get rid. She can't play right now. Yeah. Listen. Use that contract suspender so you can bring somebody else in. Because if you get rid of her, you can't bring nobody else in. So you use her suspended contract, you can bring somebody else in. You know what I'm saying? So she gets that knee right. You know.
Don't say Affleck. Hey, she better have Affleck playing. That's all I can say. If she hurt, she need to check the drop. She need to check the cup.
Man, listen.
I said it on the live yesterday when she went to run. I said, look like she laboring on the knee. Is she healthy? And then when I looked at it, it looked like one knee brace was actually thicker than the other.
You know what that?
She looked like she was laboring.
You know what that is? Her MCL is fucked up, and she ain't trying to tell nobody. I know what that look like. That's an MCL injury, but I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no doctor or nothing, but I done seen a little MCL turn. It look like that. That what that look like. Because listen, when your MCL tears, that's the hardest thing for when you trying to do any crossover or laterally movement. That's what that is. Not your ACL. It ain't no ACL injury. She got an MCL injury. She got to shut that thing down and get that thing right, man. Because you trying to cut and move, man, you about one crossover away from having to guard somebody till your whole career might be gone.
So, MCL, I get you with the cutting. How does it affect her being able to shoot the 3?
That don't affect nothing now. You just don't know where you at in your situation.
But she doesn't have the ability to necessarily get to her spot to shoot that shot.
I'll tell you like this. There's no way if she would have did that and I was coaching, her ass would have been on the bench ASAP. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because if you turn on a wide open shot and start doing that glitch mode stuff, you can't play for me. I'd rather you miss that shot and give us an opportunity to go rebound the basketball than you not take that shot that turn into a turnover. Come sit down. What you need to be out there for? Come sit down.
So do you think it was more so the injury that kept her from taking a shot, or in her head? Like, what if I missed the shot? What if you make that bitch?
Man, I don't even think she's collectively got it. I don't collectively think like her being on the floor is a subject that matter. I don't think it's nothing to do with. I just think like she was just out there to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even give an excuse basketball related that even makes sense to say, hey, why you didn't shoot that? Because at the end of the day, when you come to Atlanta and the coach that you got, that's a college coach that's coaching in the W right now, and you know his offense is either 3 or layup and ain't no in between. What did that show you was I got an in between shot and I know I'm not supposed to take this shot. Instead of letting the coach yell at me for taking this shot, I'm just gonna glitch and not take the shot and look to pass that mug, and I'd rather turn it over. Oh man, just shoot it. Give us an opportunity to go rebound it. It was more of her getting yelled at by the coach for taking that shot more than it would have been for her actually taking that shot. Because statistics wise, we don't take mid-range shots. You know, so I get it.
So, when do you expect her to get cut, or do you expect her to make it? I had her getting cut.
Listen,
but she wasn't the person that they cut after the. After the game, so maybe they gonna give her some time.
If you think she could bring value to the season or something, you should spend her contract. You send her to one of your specialists. Let's get this knee right. She might be out 6 to 8 weeks, which is fine. You out for 2 months. We can get you on the back half of the season where we might need you. You might get peeled a point in the backside of the season after the All-Star break. So I might have to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? What can hurt me? But what you got right now, it can't help me. So let's go ahead and suspend the contract. At least you get paid and you can get your body right. And then we'll see after that. And if it don't look good after that, man, you done for. Because you only got 1 year to show this. And you cut. So you might as well let them go ahead and suspend the contract, get your knee right, and come back.
She has no confidence. I agree. So, okay, you set her down. You let her get her knee right. You bring her back. Yeah. You got Paopao there, and then you got Canada out. Mm-hmm. Does Paopao stay on the team?
Paopao. What else you gonna do?
I mean, after Canada gets healthy.
Listen, if you cut, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you cut Paopao, she's gonna be claimed by somebody. So go ahead and be the dummy if you want to.
Yeah, she put out great tape.
Like, and you gonna be the dummy if you want to. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I cut Paopao and watch how we gonna put a claim in for. We gonna go put a claim in for. Watch that. I guarantee you that. I bet she ain't gonna clear waivers.
Nah, I don't expect her to clear waivers either.
If you expecting Paopao to clear waivers, you crazy as hell. Listen. I knew Paopao wasn't going nowhere when she had to work sitting out the game, jumping up and down for it. I'm talking about she scored a layup. They jumping up and down that front row. I said, oh yeah, she made the squad. It's too much work. It's too much work there. That's all automatic sign you made it.
Listen, she fit right in. She came right into Atlanta and fit right in.
Now, but see, my thing over there is you got to keep Paopao, because one thing about Alicia Gray, she don't stay healthy. That's the one thing that'll hurt knock. She gonna miss some games because she ain't healthy.
Is that Alicia Gray or is that strictly development?
Both. Here's why I say both. One, she ain't putting the money in the off season to get her body right to be able to sustain a long season. But you also got to realize it's hard for the women to put a lot of money into their body because they ain't making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear about LeBron James putting $1 million into his body just to play a full NBA season, and they doubled up. So you talking about half of that, $500K, right?
Right.
A lot of these girls ain't even making $500K for the year. To let alone talking about put that in my body to get me right. It's hard.
I mean, yeah.
But majority of the league ain't make $500,000. Like when you look at, because the contract is barely touching $100 for most of them.
But that's where I feel like they need to be leveraging like these these brand deals, these sponsorships, the endorsements, like we need to be making some trades. We gonna get this. I'm gonna get this work done, and then I'm gonna push this back out on my platform. Like I get it. I ain't got 500,000 to give you, but maybe Asia does. Maybe Angel does. Caitlin will,
the
right?
top
Like,
player, yeah. Like,
yeah.
listen, the top of echelon of people, they got it. You got it because you got endorsement deals that's making over $1 million to plus. You know what I'm saying? That you making a year.
Right.
So those players got it. But when you talk about like outside of the top tier of people that's actually got good marketing business, they barely making $500K.
If that. And then maybe the players that go over to China, right? Or go overseas and play, right? Because they get some more money. But those people,
if you're going overseas, you got it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going overseas, you make it over $500K because you're gonna get $1 million overseas.
My question about them is though the wear and tear on their body. Like when do you even have time to recover? When is your body recuperating? Because you chasing a bag. You got to get it right here. You got to get it right there because you're trying to stack 2 bags on top of each other. So,
well, my thing of it
seem like they at a disadvantage.
Everybody that played it Unrivaled should look a lot better this year.
Yeah, and they should also be coming in looking like they in mid-season shape.
And the reason why is you got a head start on getting your body in shape, getting your body right, getting yourself developed for the season to get ready to go. You had an upper event and you didn't have to travel. So there should be no excuse for you not looking up to par this year. So the competition, just better basketball should be happening this year.
We would hope so. We would hope so. It may not though.
Yeah.
It may not. But I'll say this. You can also tell who takes their craft seriously. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Caitlin came back. Caitlin's bigger. You can tell that she stayed in the gym. Caitlin's so pale you can tell she ain't been outside. They all been outside. She looked a little bit bigger. Asia always comes back looking better than last season, but Asia already looks like she's in mid-season form. That should be scary hours for folks.
You know why?
She said I was surprised. She said it was the rest and just the individual work.
Because Bam been too busy, you know what I'm saying, working her out instead of working himself out on the men's side. That's why.
Don't blame it on Asia because Bam couldn't finish the deal.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that's a good thing. Like he been spending more time to make sure Asia was right to get this championship than he was focused on the Miami Heat. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't blame.
That's just. Hey, listen.
Don't blame the Miami Heat. Don't blame the Miami Heat on him. Because Bam had some games in the playoffs where it was like, damn, Bam, it's just you out here. And then he had some games where it was like, dang, bro, maybe you should consider leaving Miami. I don't know. So.
Hey, listen, Bam got too much talent, and like he ain't valued. He ain't valued enough. That's all I look at it. He ain't valued enough. But don't worry. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably end up on the West Coast here soon. Don't worry.
Ooh, you like that? I like that.
I'm gonna give you a hot take now. He gonna end up in the Western Conference team probably this offseason. Either probably in a Phoenix or LA. He gonna end up out here closer to Asia. Well, just watch. That's a hot take on Mother's Day for you. You gonna end up out here on the West Coast.
I like that hot take. I like that hot take.
Because in July, he definitely gonna be at all the games because he can make some excuses that I was out there checking out Summer League, got to pull up to Bay game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they already said he had been around. That he had already been to a game. Bam out of bite.
Hey, listen, you're lucky Vegas ain't got a team now because he'd have been trying to find his way to get to that Vegas team. Because I ultimately do think Vegas will get a basketball team.
That's what I was just about to say. Now, do you think the NBA is gonna move a team to Vegas or will they start a new franchise in Vegas?
No, they're gonna start a new franchise because LeBron is the one who's trying to be the owner of it.
Why you think? Oh, wow. Just start one from scratch, huh? Okay.
Yeah, LeBron's trying to be the owner of Vegas team. So he's pushing for a team in Vegas. So they're gonna start a new franchise. They're gonna expand and start a new franchise. And so when they build that out there in Vegas, it's a whole that they're gonna move clutch to Vegas. Like the whole they're gonna build a whole clutch facility and everything in Vegas. Like Vegas is finna change like no other. You finna see a lot of expansion.
But
And it's
gonna become a true sports town now.
Yeah.
The strip done died off. You don't have to go to Vegas to gamble no more. So now, what are you coming to Vegas for? What do you need Sin City for now?
Now
I need it to be the sports town.
Listen, what they doing with the baseball team and what they finna build that baseball team, the layout, it's going on the strip. It's gonna look cold. They got a little whole up plan, and then you starting to see college basketball trickle more to Vegas outside of UNLV. You start to really see people. So the only thing that they missing is a basketball team. They got a hockey team, they got a football team, they got a baseball team, they got a women's basketball team. All the things they missing is the men's.
Okay. I see some. Man, I'm not going nowhere. Leave my center where he at.
I bet. Listen,
you better get Bam some help. You better get Bam some help, Lisa.
You better get him some help because Bam gonna be a part of that thing.
Hey, listen, let me tell you this. Bam don't want to keep coming in the house. He the only one with he the only one that ain't got no ring now. They keep putting all these rings on, all these accolades, trophy room full of stuff that she got, and he out there being a pro and he making $100-some million and ain't got no jury.
He got is a gold medal to show for it.
He ain't gonna be gonna be about some jury. He ain't trying to be the only one with the jury now. He got the A1s on, and I'm loving the support. But believe me, bro wants some more rings. He wants some jury of his own. Definitely happy Mother's Day to the chat and the moms in the chat. So here was a question: will Miller go to Unrivaled next year or back to China? I think we talked about this a little bit, and I think the consensus was we wanted her to go back to China. But
I mean, for me personally, go to China. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your little $3 million that you finna get up out of them versus going to Unrivaled. Unless Unrivaled talking about cutting a check. I don't think, to me personally, Unrivaled does not fit her game. So why waste a slot on that when it's not going to be an open court game for her, right? She don't need that. She needs to go play in a team structure. So her going to China is going to better suit her, and she's going to get a lot more bread out of it than the split that she'll get in Unrivaled. So I think, going to China will be the best opportunity for her. She'll be in a team setting. She gets to go in there, dominate, put up tremendous numbers. You get to see the growth, the elevation of her game year in, year out. So whatever she's working on, she can show it in the game setting. That'll help her adopt back to when she comes back to the W.
All right. So, is there something that Camilla can add to her game by going and playing in Unrivaled? Where would it expand her game if she was able to be successful?
I mean, the pick and pop, right? Being able to come off a setting the screen, rolling into a shot. She can improve on that. How much of that could she do in a 3-on-3? It's like really 3-on-3 for her be just cardio. She ain't gonna she gonna get rebound, but it's gonna be real cardio than her getting to actually show her game, true one-on-one styles, right?
So, would she look like an Aaliyah Boston? Because I didn't like how Aaliyah looked at 3x3. I just felt like Unrivaled wasn't.
That's what it would be.
I don't think it set her game. It didn't suit her game to me. I didn't feel like she could. I don't feel like she dominated how she can. But I just chalked that up because she was 3-on-3.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. But I mean, when you talk about Aaliyah Boston, she about to turn into a 4 in the W because she ain't gonna. As you look at things and the way things are transitioning, Aaliyah Boston is going to have to be a 4. She's going to have to literally change her game into Howard, like like Howard that's already playing next to her, which Howard should be a 3. She's going to have to be a 4. Like Aaliyah Boston is going to have to be shaped into a 4 now to extend her career. Because her staying at the 5 is going to get real shaky. It's going to get real shaky because of the size that's coming into the league from the next few years on. The size that's coming on, it's not going to help her.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. You right about the ring. Bam is not gonna keep going for that. Yeah, he ain't. Yeah, he need a ring too. Mario Stewart, what's happening? The Lakers don't have enough cap to get him. He don't have to go. You know what? The Lakers don't have to be the only place. on the West Coast for him to go? I don't know. Would you see Bam as a Clipper
I
in the
don't
new
want him.
arena?
I don't want him to, but I mean that'd be a good idea fit. But see, that'd be a good fit because they could put him right next to Zubox. You know what I'm saying? They got a 5, he can play the 4 because that's what he's playing right now is the 4, which is where he can elevate it.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. You can move him around. We'd love to have him in Golden State. That's West Coast. That ain't too far from Vegas either. Everything just a flight away anyway, from what I hear. But what I know.
Yeah,
Miller don't need to be around them Chinese people no more. What? Let her go to Unrivaled or visit Brazil in the off season. What? Why
Unrivaled
wouldn't she
does
want to
not
continue to?
fit.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't she want to continue to develop her skills? Do you see what Camila Cardoso looks like right now, getting ready for this league? That comes from her work in China.
So let's just say this. Unrivals is not fit for any 5/4 players. It's designed for wings and guards. It's an open court game for you to help you work on your one-on-one defense, your one-on-one offense. It's not designed for bigs to dominate. It's not. That's why when you talk about Unrivals, when you look at Stewie, why she didn't really dominate because it's not a good setting for them. Like the reason why the 3-on-3 Unrivals was built was to help keep basketball in the United States without going overseas. That's it, right? And then you didn't want to have a 5-on-5 with all the top level girls because guess what? You got each captain picking something, right? Some girls are gonna feel comfortable. They don't want to play with so and so and so and so. And it's just been too much kitty cat. If I make it 3-on-3, give you 2 subs, you got 5 people versus having 7 to 8 people on the roster. It's a big difference. Now we can move the games faster, right? We don't have to have this long amount of games feel like you're playing in the season. The rivalry was to help build your cardio, build your stamina up, get you ready for a season, not for like, hey, we want to play real basketball games. And about developing. That's what you do in the off season. That's what you go overseas to do and get your bread. Play 5-on-5 and do that, right? But you also got to think about it. When Camilla's overseas, the game is is a lot more physical, which is going to allow her to be able to play in the WNBA because she's going to go against physicality at the center spot. And so it just a merge of what Camilla needs. Everybody don't need to go overseas. Camilla's one of those people that actually truly does need to go to develop and grow her game and be able to allow to play freely with the physicality because sometimes in the W, they don't allow you to play with physical. So it's going to help her grow her game in a better way.
Question. Do you see a time where it would benefit Camilla to do something like instead of going and making money in China, spending the off season working with like a Lisa Leslie or somebody? MC Brian Jackson, happy Mother's Day, fam. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to the aunties that love hoops too. Let's go.
I don't necessarily think that she has to go to China. Because I think what I truly think is going to happen is Australia is going to become the second league, just like they are on the men's side. How Australia became the second best league to the NBA. Australia is about to build the women's league like that.
Really? So, okay, because I thought Canada was going to I thought Canada could that with the talent that's there, but with the Georgia Amores, the Lulu Twiddles, who else is out of Australia? It's a lot of young ladies out of Australia right now too. So I definitely could see Australia.
Because what they're doing is they're going to take the money that they make on the men's side and make all of them invest into a women's team. So now all the top women that comes out of the W that don't make it, they're going to all flood to Australia. Because Australia does not mind paying $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million to keep you over there, right? Think like on the men's side, man, you don't make it in the league, you don't want to play G League, you go to Australia, you can make $5.5 million, right? You ain't even gonna sniff 2.5 in America. So you're gonna take that money, right? So in a sense, when it comes to the women, they're gonna pay the women to be over there. So I don't think these women are gonna go necessarily to China or Germany or anything like that. I think they're gonna all flood to Australia over the next couple of years, and you're gonna see a real women's league out there.
Benji, baby, what you were saying about Sylvia Fowles? I missed it. I missed that one.
They
A
make $1 million.
million. Yeah, for to go try out.
Yeah, they make $1 million overseas. What am I staying in America
Yeah.
for? That's why you see a lot of these girls be like, I don't want to come over to the United States because let me go make these millions right quick. I'm set, and then I'm gonna come over and play. You know, so that's the reason why a lot of the players had to go. Like, you look at it like a Chelsea Gray, right? For the marketing ability and everything that she has in the United States, she still had to go overseas to get the money. Brady Garner had to go overseas. That's why these situations happen. Why Brady Garner couldn't come back because they was over there trying to get their bread right. So they come back to the States. They got millions in their bank. You know what I'm saying? Because they only getting paid 200,000 to be in the United States. Like, they getting triple or quadruple of the money that they get in the United States. They getting it overseas. Otherwise, what you leaving for?
Look at Carrington. Carrington should have been in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year last year, right? Carrington made $62,000 in WNBA salary last year. It's people in the chat made more money than Dejanay Carrington did off of WNBA. I'm not saying what her other bags bring in and her brand deals and all that other stuff, but the money that the WNBA gave her wasn't even 75,000, wasn't even 100,000. Think about that though. In the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. It ain't all that it's cracked up to be. So when they saying like, yo, we want the same, we want to be able to have the same, percentage share that the men have. Think about that. It's not the dollar amount, it's the percentage of the money that's coming in. That's all.
Yeah. Not everybody's getting $1 million.
Not every country plays the same.
All right, common sense is common sense, right? Am I going to pay everybody $1 million? Think about that logically. If I don't have a brand that's marketable that I can sell product to, do you think I'm going to give somebody $1 million? But if these people see you on TV enough, they're more than likely going to give you $1 million if you have a name in the WNBA. Like a Dejanay Carrington can get $1 million overseas because they see her in the United States. People know the face. That's the thing about it. Like, or you can go overseas and they can pay you $500,000. You can build your name and then you can get $1 million the next year. But it also depends on where you're playing at. There are levels. Right? Like when you talk about China, there's levels to which league, right? There's ABC league, right? You go to Germany, there's an ABC league. Like in certain places, there's the top where they pay you the most, where they pay you mid-grade, and where they pay the lowest. There's a lot of leagues out there. You pick and choose what fits your skill set. If you got a good agent, your agent gonna mark you a deal. Not everybody got a good agent or have an agent that can know how to get them to the money. Right? That's on you. Australia has a league, but it's going to Australia league for women is going about to blow up. It's just what it is. Just be patient. Just be patient. That's all.
So let me see. A lot of wear and tear on their bodies though, going overseas.
It is. It's listen. I'll tell you this. It's a lot of traveling, but also the thing that's most scary about all of this is when you're traveling overseas and man, the games are the most wear and tear because in some of these countries, it be all type of stuff breaking out. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. Like fights, everything. So you gotta be more protective of your safety. So a lot of these people can't bring their wives, they can't bring their girlfriends, they can't bring their significant other overseas because of just the safety piece of them playing.
Right. And then, quite frankly, some of them have same-sex girlfriends, same-sex, spouses where that ain't accepted in all these countries. They don't love the rainbow everywhere. So I mean, you got to be careful. You still got to have your head on a swivel in a lot of these places. But I may be changing my mind on the wear and tear on the body. Let me ask some questions here. Let me ask some questions here. So when you go overseas, you play about 40 games, right?
Depends on where you at. Depends on where you at.
Do you play more than 40?
It depends on where you at because some of them have a long playoff. Some playoff series go 7 games every round.
Okay, so maybe
you play. Some of them go 3. Some of them go 5. It just depends on which league you're in.
Let's say maybe you play between 40 and 60 games if you win the championships, right? And then in the W, you play about 40 games for the season plus playoffs, right? So if you put those two together, that's still almost about the length of NBA season, 82 games plus the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it really that much wear and tear on the body as much as it is just a lot of travel and a back and forth and moving from this country to that country? It's still about the same amount of wear and tear on the body as far as basketball time is what I'm saying versus what they do in the NBA. So
also it truly depends on your league, because you might have to travel, right? Because you think about like this, right? You might have to practice at this local YMCA, then go travel an hour and 30 minutes on a bus to go play your game, then travel an hour and 30 minutes back, then turn around, you got a 3-hour drive the next day or the day after. So you don't truly, your body truly doesn't have a rest. You're more like, you feel like you're on a G League.
Hustling.
You know what I'm saying?
You hustling.
Yeah. So it's like for the amount of what you have to do just to play basketball be the problem, right? And then you're gonna go to a team where your coach can't even speak to you for real. They gotta speak to the translator to talk to you, to tell you that you got to go on your own and go get your own reps in because we ain't got no gym to practice in. Then when we do find it, so you got to go work out your own. Then we got to go find a gym to work out in. And we finally find that gym to work out in. Now we got to go send you to come get you and send you all the way back across town to go practice for an hour and waste time. Before then you go back home and then we leave on the bus in an hour. Like it be just so chaotic when you talk about overseas. So it's like just a hassle. You know what I'm saying? Now that's like a lot of leagues are like that. But the top end leagues is kind of a little bit more organized. But the middle, the B leagues and the C leagues, man, good luck, man. It's too much of a headache.
All right. So I wanna ask about a couple of specific players. Well, no, because we said we was gonna go through the draft. So we're gonna go through the draft and we're gonna break it all down. Let's see. Frank Wright, what's good? But Auntie Miller worked a NBA schedule in China and they only got a month off to do the W schedule. So Camilla played 82 games in China?
I'm not sure what her I'm not sure what her schedule was. So I can't.
I thought they only played like 40 some games. I didn't know that they played 82 games over there or 80 plus games in China. What was their schedule?
Everybody's base. It depends on your team, who you playing for. Because like I said, everybody's different. A, B, C leagues. If she's playing in the A, you're gonna play the most games. You playing in B. I think B is anywhere between 40 to 60. A might be a little bit upwards of between 60 to about 60 to 75 games in there with the playoffs and stuff. And then your bottom leagues is between 30 to 50. So it depends on your league. The higher your level is, the more games you play, and how much more traveling you got to do. Because you're actually playing games like every other day. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know where you might be at. You might have 3 games this week, 4 games next week, 3 games the following week. Like it ain't really a lot of like break time in between. So. But as you get to the playoffs, it's more breaks in there because they give you 2 or 3 days off before your next game. So you might play game 1, you might have 2 days off, then play game 2, then 3 games off, then play game 3. So it's a little bit more rest during the playoffs than it is during the regular season.
How long do you think it takes for the WNBA to appreciate Camila Cardoso as a player that could be a face of this league? Like where they start paying her where she don't necessarily have to go overseas if she don't want to. You know, that 250. Although it's hard to turn out 3. Let me say this. Once you went over there and did it the first time, and you see that direct deposit hit, it's hard to turn that off. It's hard to let that go and take less, right? To me. It's hard to turn that off unless they make it a really, really sweet deal. But
see, that's the main reason why the women are complaining on the United States side. Think about why they're really complaining. Because you can sit up here and tell me that you can't give me this when I can go overseas and get that.
But you're supposed to be the best league. You're supposed to be the best league in the world, though. You're supposed to be the standard.
And then y'all talking about we gonna make it global. Is what y'all goes to make it global. How you gonna make it global? You gotta be able to pay somebody first. So you think you gonna get somebody from all these global players? There are some players right now that can really hoop and make an impact in the W, but will not come to the W because of the pay.
Do you think in their plan that it's to try to go over there and take over some of these leagues or merge with some of these leagues, like in their 10-year scheme of things or whatever? Do you think their ultimate goal is like we're gonna merge with China, we're gonna partner with China, we're gonna partner in Australia? Because I don't know that these leagues.
I don't think in the next 10 years it happens. I think it's about between 15 and 20 years from now.
And then you think you start seeing some of these leagues fold into each other?
Yeah, I think 10 years is too early because they haven't expanded or willing to give up some power in the W to push things forward.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually wonder if Unrivaled will move faster. If Unrivaled will grow faster.
They will because they're trying to push the WNBA too. So somebody has to push the buttons, and I don't think Unrivaled stays 3-on-3. I think Unrivaled goes to 5-on-5.
You think so? Why? Let's talk about that for a second. Hot take.
If you want to push the buttons of the W, Unrivaled is going to try to do that. So you make it a 5-on-5, you make the pay better, and you make less weeks. So now you got to force the hand of the W. Hey, we showing you that if you market this thing right, how much money you can make. And we paying the players. So now, do they really want to play for WNBA or do they want to play for Unrivaled? We can push the WNBA out the way and start our own thing over here. We got the sponsorship to back it up. We got the TV revenue to back it up. And we paying the players. So who want to play for y'all?
That's what we're going to find out. You say, hell no, that's not happening. These players don't want to go overseas. They've already said it. I don't think we're necessarily talking about players going overseas as much as them folding into the actual league being global. So I don't necessarily have to go to China to play as much as I'm going to play against a WNBA China team. I'm going to play against a WNBA Australian team or teams that are over there. So when I go over to China, there may be 3 or 4 teams that I play against, or maybe I go to Australia this year, or maybe I go to Europe. I don't know how they'll do that, but I know that their goal is to be global. So it's not about them having to go overseas and play. It's more about I'm traveling internationally to play basketball games.
Here's the reason why they don't want to go overseas. It's because you can't take your family with you. Your loved ones can't go with you. That's the real reason why they don't want to go, because of how much money, how much time, how much effort you're spending away from your family. That's the thing that gets you. It's not like I want to just go overseas. It's like after what the ideal is, I'm gonna play 3 seasons overseas. In them 3 seasons, I need to save up as much money from them 3 seasons. So if anything happens, I'm secured. I got a bag. I'm secured.
Mm-hmm.
If I get kicked out the W, guess what? I got the bag. If I say this, if I name a player like this, if Kennedy really wants to play in the league this year, I think she's in the league. But when she secured a bag,
How? I
think because you can always do some PR shit to cover up whatever happened. You can always, she's good. She has good enough talent to be in the league. It's not.
Oh, for sure. I totally agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. Kennedy's not in the league for a talent reason. I agree.
But think logically like this: if you were Kennedy, right, you can go hire Clutch Sports or Rock Nation. They can get your ass back in the league. If you are the right agent, they can get you back in the league now. But for her purposes, she didn't need to be back in the league because, hey, I can go make more money overseas. Let me go get this more money. Let me go get this bag.
Man, listen, she learned Mandarin. Now she working on her Spanish. Hola, mommy.
Yeah, let me go get this. Let me go get this bag. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at from that standpoint and going to go get the bag, make it make sense.
But you know what? I mean, I think about a player like a Sakima Walker, who I've always, from the time I started following her, it's always been that Sakima wanted to play internationally. There are some players who just, I want the opportunity to go live someplace else, live abroad, see different places, still play hoop, use basketball to get me out of the U.S. And so, we will see players that still just, I'm going international. I forget, it was a player this year that basically retired from college hoops and just went overseas to be a pro. Like, I did this 2 years. I didn't like it. I mean, not that I didn't like it. I got my experience. I got my degree. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to the bag.
But what's stopping you, right? Do I want to go sit on a bench in a W and probably make it the most I could probably make is $70K, or I can go overseas and I can get about 250, 300 and travel the world, see the world. I don't got no kids. I don't got anything that's holding me down, nothing weight wise. I'm gonna make that move. A lot of people that can't do it is because you got something that's weighing you down. The players that don't, hey, I don't get to the bag.
Some of these players that's going overseas, they sitting on the bench overseas too.
But then they still making a bag though. They still making more.
And that's what I was about to say.
W.
That's what I was about to say. They're making more of a bag sitting on the bench overseas than they are on the bench in the WNBA. Now, the trade-off, it's that trade-off. Do you want to spend Thanksgiving alone? Do you want to spend Christmas alone? Do you want to bring the New Year in with somebody? Well, overseas might not be for you then. That may not be for you.
But peep this though. You don't even got an expectation to get better when you overseas. That's the crazy part about it. There ain't no expectation. You just you just gotta be good enough just to stay on the team. It ain't you gotta make growth from one year to another. You just gotta be good enough to stay on the team. That's it. Mm-hmm. Just be able to renew that contract. So
I agree.
Why wouldn't you go play overseas when listen, if I go to Australia, if I go to Germany, if I go anywhere in Asia and and over there in that world, they're not paying me to be better every year. They just pay me to be on the roster because they need bodies. It's easy work. And on top of that, if I talk to my agent, right, I could put clause in my contract where, from this time to this time, I got to go back to the United States. From this time to this time, if I get a WNBA contract, I can get about this thing. They got so many clauses out. How to get out of contract overseas. Like, a lot of these people don't even, they front load their contract. So by the time they get to the middle of their contract, after that year, they out of there going to a different league anyway. I just need enough film to say I did this to go to another team. Listen, all you gotta go do overseas is average 8 points a game. You average 8 points a game, you gonna always have a contract.
What?
Yeah.
So, 8 points. I might get on the bench right now. 8 points. No,
all you gotta do is be able to average 8 points. You can stay on the roster.
Okay, so let's look at a player like a Kemba Walker with that size. Easy to walk on the team internationally. Hard to get turned down. Hard to turn the size down, right?
It's hard. It's because well, see, here's the thing. Overseas teams have more bigs than USA teams, though.
Right.
But the reason why USA players get picked up more than international players is the athleticism. Because you can't, they're more athletic. They got more athletic genes than they do overseas. Overseas has more skill. So they keep you on the floor because sometimes the skill might not be good enough as the athleticism. So, hey.
Banji Baby trying to get in the league. Banji Baby say, who I need to call? Banji Baby say, Banji got 8 points right now.
Hey, listen.
8 points right now for international team.
It's not about who you need to call. The problem is if you're in USA, you got to find an agent, right, that deal with overseas players. That's the difference. And you gotta have some type. But see, here's the thing. All you gotta do is have some type of film. Like, it don't even matter. You gotta have some type of film for somebody like it overseas. And you got to deal, and then go get your 8 points. And then you can go anywhere you want to go.
But where Bill need that on the Aces. Yeah, no, Kirsten Bell is fine. Kirsten Bell, let me tell y'all something. Look, Kirsten Bell set herself up very well. She set herself up very well. When everything hit the fan, Kirsten Bell didn't say nothing. I don't know. I don't know. So wherever the bodies is buried, hey, Kirsten's not telling. So she's straight. And this will be the last year. And then, we'll see what happens with Kirsten. She may be working on her she I don't know if she's working on Spanish. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mandarin, I'm not sure what she's working on, but yeah, after this rookie contract is up, Kirsten out of there. Don't worry, Sharon. Bree Wayne, What's up, Rewind? The bot in the building. Please, I'm so glad that you're here because you know how I take my medicine. Please remind me, it was a college player this year who just quit college hoops and went pro international. Do you remember who that was? I think you're the one who told me about it. Who was that? Let me know if you remember who that was. But what does a player have to do? Rookie contract was up last year. Oh gosh. Oh no. Well, did they exercise the option on her? She can't tell all. She ain't gonna be able to write no book now. You average 2.5 rebounds in high school. Who do I call? Benji, baby. Get off the chat. You need 8 points. You need 8 points of film. Get you an agent. You need an agent. You need an agent that's gonna go international. She can't tell all. We ain't got time for no tell all books now.
Yeah, hey, listen.
We ain't got time for no tell all books.
But
what I want to know is, how does a player? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, offense about the agent. The agent,
go ahead,
you gotta have some film now. If you try to get an agent, you gotta have some film. Listen, you could send some practice film to an agent, as long as it's good enough. As long as you say something good enough, you can send that to an agent now. They can find you somewhere to play now. You might not like where you're gonna go play at, but they can find you a place to go play and get your contract now.
Ain't the rookie contract 3 years plus a team option, so 4 years? This is our fourth year, right?
For
KB.
Depends on if you're a first round pick or not. That's a whole difference.
So is KB still on her rookie contract? When is her contract up?
Yeah, this our 4th year on a rookie contract. Yeah.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for you to try to get no film at LA Fitness, Benji, baby. Get out of here. We need at least some. We at least need some real game footage. You can't just go pull up at the LA Fitness like look at me out here. So so here's it. Bell's contract is still in place because Davis signed her to a fully guaranteed 4-year contract, which was rare, but not against the rules. Yeah, I thank you, Sterling. That's good information. She's in her 4th year, but she's on a fully guaranteed 4-year deal because Davis gave that to her. Coming in the door, she knew something. Cheryl Reeves building a bench around Diamond Miller, a 2nd-round pick, 4th year on the bench. We want to talk about Donnie Bench. I ain't got time. I'm not doing that with you. Number 2 pick on the bench. Don't do that. Leave Cheryl alone. Leave Cheryl alone. So, but you see a player like Asia, and I don't know. Y'all tell me in the chat. I don't think Asia ever went overseas, right? 1st round, 2nd pick. I don't think Asia ever went overseas.
I don't think Asia had to because she's always had the bagging of endorsements.
So let's talk about that because people don't think that Asia has a bag, and people don't think that people get a bag at South Carolina. So how did Asia get a bag?
Endorsements, you know what I'm saying? Can you sell something?
People exactly. If people say Asia ain't marketable, but think about that. You ain't never seen Asia press about no money. You ain't never seen Asia press about where she headed to, what she doing. No, none of that. Asia got candles. I think she sell candles. She had the New York Times best-selling book. Go ahead.
When people bring up
Asia did 1 year overseas. Thank you.
When people talk about not marketable, it's more of the shoe, not anything else. It's you can't sell shoes because she's not marketable. That's people's favorite excuse. You don't know what you can sell.
And then her shoe sold out in like 3 minutes, 30 minutes, some kind of minutes.
Yeah. You don't know until you actually put the product out there what's marketable, what's not. What a lot of people try to do is stay away from, taking a loss or anything like that. And so that's the first thing that they love to go to is, oh, you're not marketable. We can't sell your shoes. Like, get the hell out of here. Drop it. If people really rock with a brand, they're going to rock with it. They don't care. They don't give a damn who the person is. If they rock with the brand, they rock with the brand.
Mm-hmm. Well, Asia got injured overseas and didn't like how the doctors handled her. Came back after 4 months.
Oh, listen. Hey, you don't want to deal with no doctors overseas now. Hey, you don't want to do that now.
Y'all know I ain't dealing with no doctors overseas. I told y'all when Ashton got hurt in Mississippi, I acted like Mississippi was a foreign country. No, we ain't going to the doctor in Mississippi. We'll wait till we get to Carolina, buddy. We ain't playing around. Yeah, no, we don't take. Yeah, Sterling, that's a great point, and that's a great point too, Rob. Like overseas, yeah, no, come on home. Yeah, that's I didn't realize that either. I wasn't sure if she went or not, but she went for a year. I didn't realize that she got hurt. I did not realize that she had got hurt. So, but now you got play. Now we got these players that's gonna be coming that already got $1 million in the bank before they get out of college. So, will we see them? Will we see overseas start paying even more money to bring that talent over there, or will we see? Or do you think we're gonna finally see U.S. players? Yeah, we got that foreign country treatment. We ain't taking Ashland to the doctor down there. Quit playing. We ain't got time. We ain't doing that. Well, no. Well, do you think we'll start seeing players just stay home, or do you think we'll see overseas just turn the heat up and start paying even more money? Instead of $1 million, you can get 2. Instead of 2, you can get 3.
Oh, somebody gonna turn the heat up. Somebody gonna turn the heat up on the WNBA. Just you ain't gotta worry about that. Like I said, I think it's Australia that's gonna turn the heat up on the WNBA, and I think our Rub is gonna be the one who turn up the heat on them. So we gonna see. But the heat's about to get turned up real fast. I'm just waiting on it.
You say don't go back, Miller. Miller seemed like she had a good time in China. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Every time I seen Miller posted, she was doing all right. It looked like the facilities was okay. She looked rested. She was just walking across the street to the gym. It was working out good. It was working out good for Miller.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. Like I was talking, but I wasn't on the. It's like I was in the back talking. I didn't know what was going on, bro. It's tripping today.
Wow. Okay. What you were saying though? We missed it now because you was in the back.
Man, I was talking for a good little 5-7 minutes, but you was talking though. I thought I was like rocking it. Like,
oh wow. Oh, that's crazy. Man, I didn't hear you at all. It was like you dropped off for me, but it was like a split second. I heard you, then you went away, then you came back. I don't know. You wanna start talking about some of these draftees?
Let's get it. Let's
put them up. Let's talk about it. Starting with the first 5. So Paige Beckers. Let's talk about her as a draft pick. What you saw at Dallas so far. Let's grade it. What you got?
Good. That's a good. I give it an A. I give it an A.
Are you satisfied with what you've seen out of Paige?
Yeah, I mean, what can you be dissatisfied, right? I think it's a lot more to go into the season. I mean, we ain't got to the season yet, right? It's preseason, so it ain't nothing you be really dissatisfied with right now. Just trying to see how this works out. We good.
Next up, Seattle Storm, Dominique Malonga.
I'm still trying to figure out she can even come play.
Well, I mean, she's here now. So she's here. She's supposed to play the next time they play, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. But we'll see. I'm not buying it. I don't think she should have been. I don't think she should have been a second pick, but I understand what they're doing.
Where would you have picked her at?
She's a top 5. I would have rather seen her go to like a Golden State. Over Seattle.
That's where I had her going. I had her at Golden State.
That would have been more of what I would have did with that. I think Seattle picking her. I understand why they picked her, because they want to overseas field on Seattle. So I understand why they picked her, because of the head coach. She's a overseas coach more. She is an American coach. So I get it, but I wouldn't have picked her.
Gotcha.
And plus you already had Izzy there that you rarely even use. You don't utilize anyway. So no, that was my point about it.
Okay. Now, so you got Dominique there, you got Gabby there. They so international. Who else they got there? Somebody I'm forgetting. NECA is there.
They got like 4 or 5 players that's international on Seattle.
Okay, so I mean, I'm surprised because I thought that Connecticut would be the team that we would see go more international because they brought in an international coach, but I can understand it.
I mean, Seattle's close to international, so it's if she's gonna go to international coach, I mean that's what it is. So I'm good with it.
So 3rd pick in the first round, Sania Citron. Thoughts on Sania Citron at the Washington Mystics?
To get picked 3rd, surprising, but I like the fit. I like the fit for what they're gonna use in Washington. I don't agree that she's the 3rd pick in the draft, but for her to get picked 3rd is, I mean, It is what it is. They need guards. They need bigs. They need guards and wings. I should say that. They don't need any more bigs. They need guards and wings. They filled the hole. So I like Citron going third.
So Citron probably is going to start.
She should
probably
start.
Gonna start. She's probably going to start, right?
But here's my thing. Why, if she don't start, that's a problem. Because why would you make her number 3 pick if you ain't gonna start her? Right? That's my biggest thing, right? Okay. I'm not drafting somebody in a top 5 if I don't feel like they can come make an impact right now. Then what the hell am I drafting them for?
Okay, which would be the argument about why people want Olivia Miles to Chicago so early in the draft next season. Because you don't see the impact there.
I don't see no impact.
Okay. It's Mother's Day. Hands up.
Yeah, let's be nice.
My bad. But I want people to start trying to see like the logic behind some of the picks, and when we say like it's a good fit, but not at that spot. Like JC Sheldon, I told y'all last year, JC Sheldon, number 2. What was she? Number 2 pick in the draft last year? Was she? No, she was a number 5 pick in the draft or something. JC might have went. She went top 5. She for sure went top 5. JC Sheldon went top 5, and I couldn't understand why. And then you look at JC, she's not even on Dallas's team this year. She's not even on their roster this year. But you wasted an entire top 5 pick on a player that didn't make an impact last year, and then you couldn't even build around. You didn't even hold on to him.
Listen, Malanga should have been picked number 5, not as the number 2 overall pick in the draft. What part did you miss about that? I understand why she got picked because who the coach is. She's an overseas coach, coaching for Seattle. But she should not have got picked 2nd in the draft. I get why they picked, right? Because you can't teach size. So I get the landscape of why they did this. We can move on.
Okay. Are you entertaining people hitting the link to come up and argue their point?
Yeah, I mean, they can hit the link. It don't matter to me.
You can hit the link. You can hit the link. It's the link is available. The link is available if you want to come up and tell us why. Malanga should have went 1.
Listen, this is what we're here for. Come educate me. Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, JC in Connecticut. JC shouldn't have got picked as high as she got picked last year. Number 4, still at the Mystics, Kiki Iriafen.
It was a solid pick for them. Yes, Coach Quinn is an overseas coach. Yeah, I don't know what y'all thinking about, but but Kiki it was a solid pick for them. Now she's gonna come off the bench, so I'm kind of was trying to figure out where Washington was gonna go, knowing that you already have Shakira Austin at that 4th spot, and you just drafted Edwards. Then you had already had a big at the 5 spot, so I'm kind of like, where do you go? But I get it because if you're looking at long projection wise, you're probably going to trade Shakira Austin. You're going to keep Kiki. You're going to keep Edwards, and that becomes your new 4 or 5. The problem is in the situation is the height that's getting ready to come into the W. People are going to be much bigger at that center spot and at the 4. So I want to see how the long-term projection of her plays out.
So, do you think that they got a plan to have Edwards and Iriafen and like Austin on the floor together? Or a big Mama Dosen on the floor with them. Like,
it's a tough lineup.
To me, you got to trade somebody.
Yeah, to me, the only way you can make that work is Kiki has to develop into a 3. Like that. Like she would have to develop into a 3 for you to play that lineup. You couldn't put all 3 on the floor because all 3 of them want to guard a post player. They don't want to guard a wing. So you would need either Kiki or Edwards to take the capability to say, hey, I'm gonna guard a wing player for that all to work. Now would Washington try it? Yeah, they're gonna try it. If they ain't got no choice, if that's what's the healthiest players on their roster. The problem with Washington is everybody gets hurt in Washington. I don't know what it is. When a player go to Washington, you just get hurt for no reason. Like everything just start hurting. It don't matter what it is on the body, some start hurting. And they out.
Oh yeah.
So
we definitely want Austin traded. We trying to get Austin to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Austin to Las Vegas, but do you think Kiki could be successful at a 3? I ain't thought about Kiki as a 3.
Nah, it wouldn't make sense.
At the three, she got to be able to shoot I would want her to be able to shoot the 3 ball and have a midi.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. She had to be a 4.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that she couldn't develop into it, but it would definitely take some damn work. It would definitely take some work. At the 5 pick at the Golden State Valkyries, I never want to mess up her name, JJ, because I don't mess up her name.
She's not even gonna be over here. Like, she's not even coming over here this year. So that is like, you just did a draft and stash for what?
Yeah, I don't know that benefits Golden State in the first year, especially what you wanting to, especially because they came in and said that they wanted to win championship in the first 5 years. So I mean, draft and stash, maybe she's still playing.
It's a draft and stash. I mean,
they're probably gonna pick high next year anyway.
Well, here's what I took the logic of why they did this, right? We draft and stash a player, we're gonna trade her rights and move her on somewhere else, right? She's not a franchise player. So why? A lot of these picks are not franchise players, so it's really weird, right? You got one franchise player in this whole group. That's Paige Beckers. Let's just call it what it is. Everybody else ain't a franchise player. Like, I'm going to take my time to build out a roster around them. I'm not. That's just me personally. I'm not doing it. Now, somebody else can disagree with it and feel like they can, but when you look at this top 5 selections in the WNBA, it's only one franchise player in this whole group. So it's about fit and scheme wise, right? How does this person fit or fit us? Like, either because they have the size to fit in our scheme or they have the skill set to fit in our scheme. But outside of that, top 5 wise, nah, can't see it.
So the first picks, Washington and USA Dallas kind of got it right. Malunga, you understand, but they could have did something different. It sounds like.
Yeah, they could have definitely. But see, Washington, I mean, I think Seattle, they already picked her because they couldn't get their hands on Paige. Their ultimate goal was to like hope that Paige slipped to number 2, which would have made a better fit for them. But because they couldn't, they just said, we're gonna take who we think the best on the board is. And then they had her number 1 on the board, so that's what they took her.
Yeah, but the best. Go ahead.
I think Citron would have been a better fit for them. Currently, how their team is currently constructed right now, Citron would have been a better fit for them.
Yeah, and I think in situations where the best player on the board isn't necessarily the best fit, it means that you try to draft them and move them to get some pieces that do fit. Like, you just drafted a piece that we don't even know if it fit because they ain't even coming over here.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean,
I don't know how that helps Golden State, and that didn't have me build confidence in them as a new franchise, like that they were headed where they said they were headed. But we'll see. Maybe they're gonna stash some pieces, and when they get all the other pieces, they're gonna bring them out. Like, look at us, and it's a masterpiece puzzle that we didn't see coming. But I'm confused right now on them for sure.
I was kind of curious to see what they was gonna do anyway, because with them having a top 5 pick and you really say you try to make a splash when you try to move up in the draft. But once again, like I said, there's no franchise player, so it makes sense why you didn't move up, because because this piece was gonna fall to you regardless. So ain't no point to trade up to get that. And then the person that picked number 2, which is a la Seattle, who they picked, you didn't see her as a franchise player. So you stay where you at, you stay pat. You get a piece that you knew wasn't gonna come to the United States anyway. So why not just, you stay pat, you get this player. We gonna try to take out the next 2 seasons to get 2 franchise players, and then by that 3rd year, we're gonna see where we really stand at, and that's gonna give us 2-year window to try to win the championship. So I get their plan and what they're trying to do. It's just why waste time with what I'm saying, with the pick. Just trade it. I'd rather you just trade the pick and just get 2 first-round picks for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Then do what you just did. And we trying to win.
That might have made more sense.
It makes hell of a sense.
But, I mean, they can still make trades to get some first-round picks. Like, that's not out the door. But
here's my thing: who you gonna buy them? Who you gonna sell them rights to for her? Because they don't see her. She ain't in the United States, so you can't sell a product. That's how I look at it. Like, my thing of it is, I would rather you trade that first-round pick for a 2026 pick or a 2027 pick.
Well, yeah,
and realistically, if I would have tried to trade somebody that pick just to get a 27 pick. So I know I'm guaranteed to have 2 first-round picks in the 27 class because it's more franchise players coming out in that class of the 27 than it is in the 26 class.
They may be able to still move somebody for a 2027 pick, but I don't think it'll be a high pick.
Man, they ain't got nothing over there. They got a bunch of role players. Unless you're gonna package 3 role players for a first-round pick, I don't see it.
Or somebody may need a role player later in the season. They may because of injury or trying to get over the hump or filling out their bench. So maybe, but
man, you get somebody a first round pick off one of their rosters, boy. I might have to give you GM of the year for that. I ain't buying no first round pick for anything they got over there.
Was Madison Scott in Washington?
No, Madison Scott was in Dallas. She got away from Dallas.
Where does a Madison Scott end up? I thought that she had a length and athleticism that you talked about earlier to be in this league. What the hell happened with that kid?
She got picked to the wrong team.
I got you, Missy. Just the wrong team. So you think Madison Scott gets picked up?
She should. I mean, a team like Washington could use her though. It's like that's where area of where they struggle at is the wing spot. That's a good spot for Madison. It's just she got drafted to Dallas when Dallas is filled with wings. So it did. Go ahead.
Oh, what?
No, you said you actually just what?
I actually just think like it's a disservice to waive you now. Like, why? To me, it didn't take you to now to know if you were going to keep Madison Scott or not. So why not waive her earlier in the preseason so that she got a chance to get picked up like a Cheyenne Sellers to try to get some tape?
Why do I owe you that?
No, you don't owe me anything.
Oh, I did.
They picked a kid from West Virginia. They kept JJ Quinterly, really?
Yeah, I knew they was gonna do that. That was
why?
She's like the first to say kid come off.
What is it that y'all like about JJ better than Madison that y'all saw in Dallas? I couldn't have seen enough.
Listen, JJ was the first or second person off their bench, in the preseason, so I seen that coming.
Rob, how many superstar picks do you see in the 27 draft?
3 to 4. It's 3 to 4 coming out in that 27 class. And that class, the 27 class, is the Juju class. You got Sarah Strong in there. Puwali can be in that class. Blaze can be in that class. So pretty much, you know what I'm saying? You got a class where Blaze should be in a 28. Sorry, should be in a 28. But any sophomore right now, Swoosh that's in Michigan, anybody that was a sophomore this year gonna be in that 27 class. So they got a lot of high end talent in that 27 class that's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be a lot of size in that 27 class too. You're gonna see a lot of guards that between 6'1" and 6'4" coming out that class. The 27 class is pretty loaded. The 28 class is pretty loaded. Next year's 26 class is decent, but the 27 to 28, 29 is the 3 classes that's gonna be loaded with like per bona fide talent that can stick in the league. So you'll want to trade. Sarah Strong should be in the 28 class. Sorry, I said the 27, but she'll be in the 28 class. Sorry. Unless, now here's the thing, because she could be in the 27 class because of the CBA. If they lower the age limit, Sarah Strong will be in that 27 class. So because the talks are going on, I'm projecting the CBA to change the rules. So I'm putting Sarah Strong in the 27 class. So I just want everybody, I'm just put that out there right now so you ain't understanding why I'm saying what I'm saying. I am projecting that the CBA is going to change the age limit and drop it down to 21 from 22 to 21, which will allow Sarah Strong to be in that 27 class. And if they allow people to be in those type of classes, this is what's going to happen. Is you're going to see a different brand of basketball being played, but you're going to start to see high school kids reclassify up to come to college earlier. You muted, Cess. And
that's only going to be if the WNBA get the pay structure together. Because you can lower the age limit. If you still only paying $70,000, man, I'm at the school.
I don't think. I think
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah, I think all that's gonna change though. I think the age limit and the pay is gonna change, which is gonna entice some players to come in early.
When we talk about the pay changer, right? Because from what I understand, right, the league isn't making any money off of the hot dogs and stuff that we buy, right? It's the TV deals, it's that kind of stuff, right? So,
well, they're making it off the hot dog stands because they only holding 4,000 to 8,000, right? You got to start to increase the attendance before you start making money off of that.
What's up, Pretty Ugly? So, what I'm wondering is where is this infusion of money going to come from to be able to raise the overall base salary? Is that going to be from just the because when I think about it, it can't be from just adding teams because that's a one time dump in, right? So then where does that come from? Go ahead.
It's not a one time buy in because you got to think about it like this: every team that you add a new footprint of market.
Yeah, so but what I'm saying is like that one time, like what are they saying? It's 250 million to come in, right? Like bam, they're gonna drop that 250 million on you. The team is gonna make some money. You'll be able to profit off of it, but it's never gonna drop another 250 million just boom into the bucket again from whatever the little buy-in is what I mean.
It will because of the footprint of the viewership. But here's the deal: you have to have somebody that people want to watch. That's what's going to increase the footprint. That's how you're going to make the money. So if you're expanded, like think about logically when these teams are coming in, right? What are they saying? Hey, we want to have all these teams set by the 28. Why do they want to have all these teams set by the 28? By the 28 season.
It's Olympic here.
True. But look at the influx of talent that can come into the league by 27, 28. It's a more superstar players. So if I put a time limit on it, that all these teams need to be set is because I need somewhere for these franchise players to be able to go and can grow a footprint in certain cities. You got to keep in mind, like you think that the teams are doing the research. Hey, the commissioner one doing the research. Hey man, who we got young that can take over that we can see that can project, that can get us another footprint somewhere else. Like those is what they looking at.
I'm gonna be honest, Rob. I don't think that this commissioner thinking like that. This commissioner was like, "Hey, we making money last year," and they told the commissioner it was a racial issue in the league. She was like, so what? We making money. I don't know if she's thinking like that, but I do believe that there are people around her thinking like that. But I also think that we see a change in the commissioner of the WNBA in the next 2 to 3 years. I believe we see that. I think we see that change, right? So,
because you need somebody that can push the league forward. Right now, she's trying to slow play everything, and people are like, hey, we got to move faster because
success loves speed.
Let's go. You have to be able to adapt to what's getting ready to come into the league. This year, it's a good thing we added one team. Next year, we're gonna add two. Then the following year, we're gonna add two. That's a great situation because now you don't have to try to force all these players to be all on the same team, and now there's no parity in the league. But you got to have some type of parity in the league.
It will be parity in the league because by the time we get to 28, you should have somebody from 24, somebody from 25, somebody from 26, somebody from 27, somebody from 28 on your team, right? Like, so all of these years should be represented over your draft picks, mixed in with whatever talent that you had there, right? Development minus whatever you lose with expansion drafts, right? I understand this expansion drafts is going to come. But for the most part, we should start to see younger, more skilled teams. I mean, listen, here's the thing. If you go back and look at and even if you look at some of the highlights, right, of these games, these grainy videos that they show, right?
Yeah.
There's no parity there. There's no parity there. Sometimes it look like JV players is coming in. Sometimes it look like it's players coming in and it was like, hey, we needed a fifth, right? And so now we're actually getting a chance to see what the WNBA can look like when a player had from the time they were born to now to have the idea of I'm going to grow up and be a professional basketball player and to walk it, talk it, and live it from the time that they start playing, right? Because now they're taking care of their body like that. They're building their brand like that. They're doing all these things. When the league hit in 96, man, I was 2 years out of high school. Hadn't seen that thing coming from nowhere. So you know what I mean? You didn't have a chance to prepare for that. So these were just people who had been hooping around the Y, who just loved the game. And it was like, man, if they give me a shot, I'm going to take it, period. So I think that we're going to get to really, really see a lot more parity and a lot more a larger skill set, a better skill set in this league. WNBA got past NBA.
Here's what I'll say to it. I think that the WNBA, they need somebody who can influence the league, like an influencer as the commissioner. And what I mean by that is somebody who can influence other sponsors, bigger corporations to come partner with them for them to make the money. Because it's just not TV revenue that, like, right now, they're just living off TV revenue. They're not looking at the big corporations and how do we get them partner in to the women's side, because we know they're on the men's side, right? You got the big companies. How can we get them to the W side of the things and really grow this thing to another level?
Exactly. This is an NCAA dub question, but why not? Thoughts on Madison Booker?
Madison Booker, she has the capability to be a young Kevin Durant. Oh, she has. She has the body, the skill set to do it. Is she gonna be aggressive enough to understand? Hey, when it's my time to take over a game, let's go get these buckets. That's the part of her game that's still missing. But far as Madison goes, she has a tremendous skill set to be a great basketball player. From now at Texas to in the W, just a matter of
So, but listen, the part that you said is missing from her game is the part that you can't teach. Like, you got that or you don't.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people. The one thing that I don't want people to I think Kevin Durant they play him like he's not a dog. He's a dog. He's just a hooper. He's just a hooper. He don't want to be in front of the camera. He don't want to talk. He don't want to answer no questions. He just want to shut up and hoop and do what Kevin want to do.
Yep.
But make no mistakes. Like, game on the line, like, he want to take your heart out. Like, I think people misconstrue that about Kevin because of his burner accounts and all of this and all of the other stuff. But game time, oh man, he wants the dub. He wants the dub. Does Madison Booker always want the dub? I don't know.
I can't say. I'm not gonna put that on her because I don't think half the time her team wants it. Listen. You can go in a huddle and be like, I got this dog killer instinct, and I'm telling my teammates, and they can get turned off from me because they don't want it as bad as I want it.
I ain't never been in a huddle like that. I don't know how I would act. I don't know how I would respond in a huddle like that. That's crazy work. That's nasty work right there.
But you see how Vic throw his jacket all the time when he take that thing off and he throw it because he feeling the same thing she feeling. Like, hey man, I'm giving you this, but they don't want to go take it. They don't want to go take it. It's there for them to take, and they can't do it.
When does that get out the way? Get out the way. I'll do it. It's gonna get out the way.
All right, listen.
Clear out.
All right, listen. Sometimes you gotta go against the grain, and I think Madison, I don't think she has the balls. Well, she's a woman. I don't think she has the killer instinct to take over in that situation, right? She can't just be like, hey man, get the ball, get the hell out the way. Because she feared what Vic might say, right? Vic might call a play for her, and then they might go do something else with what's being called. I just don't think they got the killer. They don't have enough killers around her or somebody with a killer mindset to say, hey, get the ball to her and just get the hell out the way. They ain't got that. She's trying to play in the structure of the offense.
But I feel like they should have changed the structure of the offense because Rory came back. When Rory went down, they put the ball in Madison's hands, and Madison was more of a killer. She was more of a killer. Yeah, she was more of a killer then. So just because Rory came back, like, Rory, I appreciate you being back, but we got to do what's really working for who the star is right now. Like, who the one that's finna take us there. So I mean, I don't know what Vic waiting on, or I don't know what it is that Vic think he sees in Rory. But he went away from what got him success.
What that goes to show you is that I feel like Rory better than what she should be and how she playing. So I'm trying to give her every opportunity. So you can't blame me if I bench her. Why? Because I didn't give her every opportunity. That's what it shows me, is that I'm putting so much trust in this player to bring me to take us to just get us there and let Booker take over. But sometimes it be too late because by the time you try to get Booker involved, the game's over with.
and I'm not saying that I don't think that Rory can get him there, but is Rory healthy enough? Is Rory healthy enough to be the Rory that you're saying that she is? I see Rory walking around. Rory plays with a Megatron knee brace on. You can't tell me that that's healthy. You can't. There's no way that I believe that that's healthy. Something is. You don't wear a brace if you're healthy, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is. Like, you don't wear a brace if you're 100% healthy.
Well,
So
my thing is when you wear them brace, it's just a mental thing. That's all it is. You don't trust your knee. Because when you wear a brace, it stops your movement when you're trying to move laterally in a brace. That's what it does. So you don't have confidence in your knee to be stronger. Like, your knee is not strong enough. That means that you probably didn't put the right recovery process. You didn't take the right recovery process in that situation to say, hey, I've built both of my knees to be stronger, and I'm trying to utilize this one. And so most of the time when you start doing that and you shifting over one leg, you don't shift the other leg, guess what happens? You end up having another ACL tear or MCL tear. That's what happens.
Or some other
or
injury,
Achilles.
right? So
it's
saw
most of the time.
That was Clay,
Yeah,
right? So Clay, the ACL, he thought he was better with that, and then he went to the Achilles, and then went to the ACL, whichever way it was. But it was, I believe, it was in the same leg, and it was right as he was trying to come back from the other injury. So
it's because you're not when you're recovering from it, you think, oh, I got to shift in this one, and you're not shifting the rest of your body. So when you try to force to do that, it puts pressure on the other piece of your body, or you're playing timid and you're not playing at the speed that you should be playing at. So that's what happens. So it's just get over things, you know.
And Shantae, I believe Roy said she was fine. The brace on her leg said otherwise. Yeah, she said she was fine. The brace on her leg said otherwise.
I don't really trust nobody to tell me they fine. If you got to come out and publicly say you fine, you're not fine. That's how I look at that. And just like sellers, when sellers tell you that her knee is fine, guess what? When you show up on tape, what does that look like? It don't look like you fine. I
mean, and that's why I had a lot of respect for what Tack said. I'm stacking good days on top of good days. Yeah, I'm building. Y'all gotta let me work my way back. Like, I've been out of basketball. You play with a brace, you have to get adjusted to the brace. To me, if you're playing with a brace, it's because you're not 100%.
I'm not gonna say you're not 100% playing with a brace. What I'm telling you is a brace stops your movement of your body, and it gives you more subject to have another injury, a major injury, because you're not being able to move like you should be. That's what I'm saying, because I've seen it happen to my player. That's what I'm saying. A brace is, to me, is harming doing more harm than it is protecting you. That's what I'm saying from my point of view, my standpoint of my players that I've coached and developed that's in college right now, that's had this situation happen. That's what happened.
Yeah, I see you saying braces for protection. Protection from what? I'm looking at basketball right now. It's a lot of healthy people out here. They don't have braces on. Yeah, Paige didn't tell her she was fine. She showed it. Yeah, let me see what the Moki needs do. AB leaving Mississippi State to get away from. After leaving Mississippi State to get away from Dawn Staley, Vic is wondering, how did I get back here? Yeah, Vic didn't want to come back there. Vic didn't want to come back there. But Chante said some coaches can't coach unicorns. Vic, the Chicago Sky coach, Angel Reese, Madison Booker. Do you look at Madison as a unicorn? Angel as a unicorn? They call Satu a unicorn too.
I wouldn't necessarily say unicorn, but they got a unique talent about them that sometimes if you ain't never had one, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You just I truly don't think Vic doesn't know what to do with Madison. I mean, just call it what it is. I just don't think he does. And
I mean, I don't know. When you go back and look at Madison in big games, how does she fare in the big games compared to the other games? To me, she has bigger games and games that don't mean as much.
But also when you
I don't think she show up in the big games.
But also, I don't think the game plan was designed for her to do that though. The action that was being run majority of the game wasn't designed for her to do that. So she keep playing through the action. That's more what it is she keeps playing more through the action, and so the action is not allowing her to do what she needs to do to be successful on the court, which is going to cost them losses in the end. Because Vic is more of like, hey man, we want to get everybody involved. We want everybody to be clicking on all cylinders. We don't need you to take over. That's how Vic looking at it. But it's like, dog, you need her to build these dog moments so when you get it to clutch games, she's already built for this. She's ready for this moment. And you're not building those type of moments for her to take over. And those are the problems that you run into.
Do you think Juju will play with a brace?
It's up to Juju. I think her first action, she's either gonna have on a brace or she's gonna have on one of them compressed sleeves. I think it'd be more compressed sleeves than it will be a brace, but we'll see.
She starts off good, then she drops off, and I think when you say she took over her freshman year, Shantae, I think you're still talking about Madison. And what I said about Madison in her freshman year was they put the ball in her hands. She played more like a point forward without Rory there. And then when Rory came back, they put the ball in Rory's hands, and then Madison had to figure it out. And I think we were on a live where you were even talking about it. Like, Madison doesn't have a counter move. If she doesn't get the first move off, she doesn't have a counter move. What does she go to?
That's more her training, though.
But to me, that means that she has to build that out.
No, that's more her training. That means that you didn't go into the offseason with a plan.
I see what you're saying about why she doesn't have it. I'm just saying, like, she need to figure out how to get it.
Well, you have a trainer, right? Because you go work out with somebody during the summertime. So,
well, we talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about at the end of the season, they say I need you to do boom, 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 boom. Do you go in the off season and do that? Well, I guess we would have to say, I'm pretty confident that in the exit meeting or whatever at South Carolina, that there's a clear understanding of where you need to develop for the next season, and they give you an idea of what it is that you need to work on to do those things. I don't want to assume that happens at all the other programs, but I would think somebody like Vic, bro, y'all got to be having them conversations, right?
And they having conversations. It's just when you see a player doesn't grow from year to year. I mean, what you wasted the whole summer doing what?
Working on the stuff that you thought you needed to work on that we wasn't even going to use in the game.
Either that or you wasn't healthy. One of the two things ain't lining up.
That's true.
Either you didn't work on it or you wasn't healthy, and don't nobody know you wasn't healthy. So you just chilled around majority of the summer and then got in basketball shape in the last couple of weeks getting ready for the season. That's what that shows. Because a lot of these players, they don't tell you that they hurt or nothing. They go through the season, and then by the time the season over with, you know what I'm saying, they go dark because they all hurt and they trying to recover, so they ain't had time to work on nothing.
Yeah, who the hell knew Stewie was dealing with a bum knee all season? I had no idea. Until she looked up and Stewie was at the hospital like about to get surgery. It was like, damn, dog, who knew you was hurt? You done played 2 seasons. Yeah. Chicago needs to put the ball in Angel's hands. She helps with ball movement and her motor is high. When she stopped playing that role, Chicago fell off. Van Lift got to work on that defense. Do you think they're gonna?
I'll let you answer that one.
I don't know. So here's the thing with Van Lift. I don't know that Van Lift defense is gonna get that much better, right? I don't know that I see her defense getting that much better. I will say that I see a slight improvement from when we saw her on the island with Caitlin. But here's the thing about HVL. HVL is never gonna be the one that you be like, hey, Michael, get up on him. No, you're never going to be that way, HVL. You're never going to be that. You're going to always be looking to put her someplace where you can hide her or somebody can help. That's what I think about HVL. As far as putting the ball in Angel's hands, I mean, I'm waiting on Angel to be the point forward. I saw it a little bit in the game yesterday. I think I called it out. That people forget that she has natural guard skills because she was a guard before she started growing. So you saw her just bring the ball up and then get to. I want to say she went coast to coast. She didn't finish the layup, but she was able to bring the ball all the way up the court, make a move to get to the basket. She didn't finish. She didn't get fouled. I think she just missed the layup. But putting the ball in Angel's hands definitely is an option for them.
That's that unrivals.
Now, what I would like to see him do is, you said what?
That's the unrivals work.
Yeah, but and then I would love to see Angel with the ball in her hands with some work with some action between her and Camilla.
They can't. They're not going to trade HVL. I'm just going.
No, HVL. Angel asked for HVL, y'all.
They're not trading her. I'll be honest with you. All right, but listen, when you talk about HVL defense, that girl went out and dropped a whole video of a training session of practicing defense. That had me weak, man. But go ahead. We can move on. I don't really like talking about HVL. I don't really like talking about HVL, but go ahead.
No, we already told y'all about that.
MJ trying to be reckless today.
I know. Yeah, I see him. I see him. You ain't missed nothing. Y'all run them likes up on both the platforms. Everybody doesn't have to wear a brace. No, I don't think everybody has to wear a brace. I just feel like if you still have a brace on, there's still something wrong. Like there's still some. You're not 100% healthy if you got to have a brace on for protection.
See now, y'all done went from HBL to CC in this thing, man. Y'all, hey, listen, I'll say this: y'all asking for CC to do something that she done did her whole entire career, and that's not play defense. So what are we talking about? HBL done been in the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all asking for people to do something that they didn't did their whole career, and that's not play defense. What's gonna make them start playing now?
What happened to all that talk? The HBL was back in hell playing with Angel. Where are those people now? HBL more than people want to admit. HBL needed that year in the SEC at LSU. She needed that. She needed that year of hell. Whatever it was that made her tough enough to go to TCU and elevate with the areas of her game that she needed to elevate.
Hey, listen, one thing I'll tell you about like HBL and CC, and the reason why I say all their career is because I can pull you up from like when they first hit the AAU scene to now. They defense look the goddamn same. They ain't improved and they ain't trying to improve. Only thing they care about improving is on the offensive side of the ball.
Who you say, HBL, CC?
Yeah, both of them. If you listen, you can YouTube both of them, and you can put them up. You know what I'm saying? From AAU, the same way they was playing defense at AAU is the same way they playing right now in the league. They don't give a damn about that. They gonna tell you they made millions off their defense.
And Shante, you saying you wore the braces after you broke them bones for protection, so you didn't break them again? Okay. High low with AR and Camilla. LSU experience was needed for her growth. Yeah, I feel like she needed that. Caitlin is better than Nafisa and Asia.
Paopao put CC in the blender. They don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I talked about using 55. I started with that. She went back and got it back with blood. Like, man, you got a 3. Let me show you this thing I got. Step back, bam. Yeah, we talked about Madison a little bit. At some point, got to feel confident to take a brace off, but not necessarily. I mean, I get what Shante is saying. Rip never took the mask back off. Rip was like, I'm not breaking another bone in my face. So I get that. I get that part. I get that part. Rip never took his back off. He was like, I'm masked up. I'm masked up from here on out. What happens with last tier? Oh gosh, here we go. Run them likes up. Give them the likes to both lives. I appreciate that. Let's continue. Want to continue on in the draft?
Yeah, let's get it. We on.
So we got round. We still in round one. Pick number 6. Pick number 6. Georgia Amore. Gosh, and it's terrible because now Georgia's not gonna play at all.
Yeah, man. Hope for a speedy recovery. When I looked at Washington, I thought it would be Sania Rivers going there at that 6th spot and not Georgia Amos.
But here's the thing. Do you see Georgia Amore really being able to run the offense at Washington? Like, do you see her fitting and running with like a Leah Edwards? I was kind of surprised to see Georgia Amore go there. I didn't see her as the point guard of that team for the point guard of that team for the future.
I mean, it didn't bother me. Do I think that they need a See, the thing about Georgia Amore, she's not like a pure like passer. She looks to score to pass, not passive score. So if you was gonna go do something like that, why not go get a more athletic guard and take a Sania Rivers in that situation or a James in that situation and let them rock out at the guard spot because you got Slim there that you could put Slim next to, right? Imagine having Slim with a James or a Rivers next to that, what that looks like, right? 2 combo guards. So them bringing her in, it was just like, yeah, what are we really doing? You know, so.
Well, I thought it actually meant the trading of Slim. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it meant the Slim was out of there. That's what I thought it meant. That they was gonna get younger there and Slim was gonna go out.
I
Slim
mean,
was out.
she's ultimately gonna get traded for sure. She's ultimately gonna get that. But when I looked
But
at it,
now
I
that
was just
Georgia
like,
got hurt, could you see them not protecting her in the expansion draft and her having to go someplace else to get that start after she's healthy? Like, or do you think they'll do like a Kitley and stash, draft and stash?
man,
Because the thing
why
about
you?
Kitley is they knew Kitley was hurt before they got her.
Yeah.
They drafted Georgia like they planned on using her this year. So now you don't have her. Do you wait for her, or do you make her available?
I'm not protecting her. She ain't gonna get picked up anyway, so don't even protect her. Ain't nobody gonna pick her. They gonna look at her as damaged goods. So you picking her is just a waste of salary. So why pick her up?
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why.
I hate for a kid to be looked at as damaged goods this early in their career. But that's a hell of an injury to have.
But it's a good thing for you though, because now you can reap the benefits, right? What if she did play and then I built her up and I couldn't protect her in the 6 picks and somebody take her?
Mm-hmm.
At least I got an opportunity next year to keep her. You know what I'm saying? So it actually work out and benefit you more by it happening this way.
We're gonna see. Because you don't got her for this year.
Yeah, any rookie, any young talent that gets developed this year and grows into something and puts some type of tape out there, you're giving 2 teams an opportunity to snatch them away from you for nothing. You don't get nothing out of it. You don't get no picks. You don't get nothing out of it. You just lost talent.
I mean, shoot. Here's the thing: you probably damn near ain't gonna protect her anyway in the expansion draft because you're gonna protect whatever your top 6 players is. So it's possible that that you could lose her for nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Not sure if you guys already spoke about this, but what the sellers need to do to improve and hopefully stay on the team?
Get healthy. That's the number one thing. Until she get healthy, don't even have a conversation with me about her. She gotta get healthy.
Yeah, she gotta get healthy. She gotta get healthy. Oh man, Sport Geek, don't buy into it. Don't fall for it. 134 in the chat, y'all. Run them likes up for us. Pick number 7 in the first round. Anissa Morrow.
Here's a person that could have been a top 4 pick. Or her skill set, because her skill set gives you 3-4 ish, right? She's good enough and can shoot the ball well enough to play the 3, but her best attribute is going to be at the 4 in the W. I think that's who Washington should have ultimately picked over Kiki, but I understand why they picked Kiki. Now, this is where I have a problem with not being able to have workouts and have a combine. Because when you look at the players that's top 10, if you had a combine, this top 10 changes. The teams that actually draft these players changes. So not having that combine-ish and having that ability to work people out privately kind of separate who went to the first round, who went second round. Because I think a lot of this stuff will be changed.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I don't see her having a lot of success at the 4 in the dub. I just don't. I don't think her size allows for it. And I know people will be like, well, Cess, it's only, Asia, AT, Angel, right? But them is the ones you got to beat to get to the ring. So I don't know what you doing with the rest of them. If you can't get through if you can't do nothing with the ones to get to the ring, then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So for me, I don't see the success at the 4 for her, but I think that she could be a good 3.
I see this comment. I see Chanty with the comment. It's not enough time for one. There's plenty of time. You know why there's plenty of time? You ain't got that many preseason games anyway. So what we talking about? Like some of these teams got 1 game, some of them got 2, some of them got 3. You spread 3 weeks of preseason games out that you could combine it to a week and a half for what you're doing. So why not take a week and a half of that away and put that into actual research of understanding who players are and do an actual true combine and allow players to go on workouts, private workouts for about a half a week and then have the draft. Like, you're rushing to have the draft for what? You're not even giving these players the right time to even show if they're capable of making a WNBA roster versus there's some players that's not picked that could have been picked if they would have just had workouts. Because then it gives you time to evaluate players. Once the championship game over, all that shit's out the window. Ain't no NCAA rules, all that shit's out the window. So why not just have it?
But here's the thing. I think that we saw a combine take place. The problem with the combine was that the days that it took place should have been a week later, and then the people that were involved were people that weren't necessarily going to get picked in the draft anyway. So we saw a layout, we saw a format, we saw opportunity for players to scrimmage, we saw opportunity for players to showcase their individual skill sets, get their measurements done, all of that. But it was players that were going to be third round picks at best, right? So that I think that there's room for it. It's just when you have it, move it out a week, and then the people that you invite.
Yeah, I don't think the right people was invited to it anyway. That's just me personally.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't think
they weren't going.
Yeah, I don't think that they invested time to invite the right people, and then the people that they really want to be there just got out of playing, so they weren't coming anyway. So it's like it was kind of like, well, what are we doing? So now, if you move that after the championship game, right? You push back the draft a week and a half. How much time do you really need to evaluate kids if you get them in there, if you get them for a private workout, right? You had a combine, you give everybody 2 days after that. You give 4 days to have private workouts, right? And they get to pick, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 teams, right? But the team gotta be one to bring you there anyway. They're not gonna just keep bringing players in to bring players in. If you can make a real number on, hey, in this range, this is where you might possibly go. So, hey, let's see what option A, option B, option C looks like. Matter of fact, we'll give you 3 choices, right? And we'll give you 5 days to make those 3 choices, right? So you might go to a team on the first day, go to a team on the third day, and go to a team on the last day. That's 3 opportunities because only one team got to like you. So if you can get your work in those 5 days and 3 teams, what else we talking about? Because guess what? If a team A likes you from the get-go, you ain't got to worry about going to team B or team C. That's going to give you the option to go to another team. I mean, for another player to go to that team. Like you gotta have data.
I like the idea. Can't as an amateur, world too small for the 4. NCAA rules. I think we talked about that. Asia Sifka.
Oh, we finna get to her.
Moral. Okay. Just like how the league favored Asia MVP before last season started.
Hey, listen, the link out there. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the link.
Yeah, I mean the link. Y'all need me to drop it again. Yeah, if y'all disagree, man, y'all welcome to come up here and tell us about. And then you disagree, but you say you highly disagree with what we said about Morrow. But then, what is your point though?
Well, my thing of it is Morrow is she can play the 3. Like if and given in the right. So I'll give you an example, right? If Morrow went to Vegas, you mean to tell me she couldn't play the 3 next to Asia?
Sure, she could. I think that Morrow is a 3 in this league. What I'm saying is when the game is, that's what I'm saying. When the game is on the line, because I'm here for the championships. When you put Morrow down there at the 4 with Asia, what we talking about? Asia eating. What Morrow doing with Asia down there?
That's it. Yeah. So it's like, what did you disagree? Like I think what it is when she went to LSU, a lot of people forgot what she looked like when she was at DePaul.
When she was scoring all the points.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, her bag is better. Her bag is gonna look completely different now than it would look like when she was at LSU. Because she's gonna have to play out on the perimeter in the W. They're not gonna let her do what the hell she was doing at LSU. It ain't gonna make sense. So
you can't wait to see Morrow versus Reese. I can't wait to see Morrow versus Asia with all this they talking about. When you got to go see Reese, you got to go see Asia, you got to go see NECA, you got to go see Alyssa Thomas. Like,
that's what I'm gonna go with. Rid of me when she play against AT at the 4. What that's gonna look like?
Yeah, barbecue chicken. But and that's my point. We don't have to put her in a position where she looks like that because she's really good at the 3. You could really leverage her at the 3.
But look look who she got to guard at the
Nafisa
3.
too.
Look who she gonna
Nafisa
possibly
too.
guard at the 3, right? Look at some of the threes in the league, right? You got a kid nurse out there. You tell me she can guard a kid nurse at the 3?
Hell yeah, yes she can.
Because that's who playing the 3 at Chicago right now is Nurse.
Mm-hmm.
She can't guard her.
And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Here. Let me here, because I don't think y'all hearing what I'm saying. Let me make sure that I'm saying what it is. I'm not saying that she can't play the 4. Put her at the 4 if you want to. You don't win a championship with her at the 4. That's what I'm saying. She can hold her own at the 4 till it's time to win a championship. Then that's when it's cookies. That's when it's barbecue chicken. That's when it's time's up. Because she's not doing that. She's not moving Asia. She's not moving Stewie. She's not moving the pieces. She's not moving Angel. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, y'all. That's where we at with it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? When you start breaking down like position wise, like who she can guard, the only 3 that's in the league that'll give her some issues for real is Jackie O. Like, that's it. Jackie Young is probably the only person that, foot speed wise, she can't guard. But most 3s she can guard because most of the 3s that's in the league right now is slow footed, right? You put her against New York when Laney is healthy, that's who she's got to guard at the 3 versus against a Stewie. Like, you gonna play against that. So her playing the 3 is gonna be long term. It's gonna benefit her than playing the 4.
Satu, B, Reese, Asia, Stewie, Bree Jones. It ain't but a few teams out there.
Yeah.
And you could guarantee that she play at the 4. I'm just saying she's more successful at the 3, and her team is more successful at the 3. That's all I'm saying. I feel like next year a healthy Ashland will probably play the 4 in the W. Ashland at the 4 is gonna be nightmarish in the W.
Hey Jeff, you can play her ass at the 4 if you want to. See what kind of foul trouble she gonna be in. Watch you gonna learn today. I promise you that. Play her ass at the 4 all season. See what happens.
Bree Wayne said she ain't doing nothing with Hamby out there. So
play her ass at the 4. Go ahead. All right, listen. If you think that's gonna be successful playing her at the 4 in the W, go right ahead. See how that happens. See what happens. She's gonna be in foul trouble every goddamn game. She ain't even gonna be on the floor. So you're gonna bump her to the 3 where she can play to be on the floor. So she can help you rebound. She can knock down perimeter shots. I don't think if you know this or not, but she can knock down perimeter shots. She can handle the basketball. I know you probably watched her at LSU and don't think she got a lot of this stuff in her bag, but she actually got a decent bag. If you give her space, she can play the 3.
Definitely can.
Hey, check this out. You think she can guard Ryan Howard in Atlanta at the 3? Because Ryan Howard is doing cardio out there. Ryan Howard ain't really trying to score, so she can guard Ryan Howard.
Yeah, no problem.
Like,
no problem. And then take her. But the other thing is though that she can also take Ryan Howard down in the paint and bank.
Yeah,
Ryan Howard wouldn't stop her.
That's a mismatch. I'm taking that matchup all day long.
Man, so there's that.
We might be making too much basketball sense. You know,
they saying Natasha Howard did well at the 4. She did, but she did well at the 4 in a different type of WNBA. That's the other thing that I want people to talk about. Like, when you talking to me about like 2017 WNBA versus 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028 NIL driven WNBA, we talking about something different. We talking about different eras of basketball. Natasha Howard did good then, but she didn't have to deal with the names that I just read off.
Who she dealing with now? She playing more of the 3 than she playing the 4.
Yeah, and What they gonna do? What they gonna do with her though? Y'all overrating the jump for Morrow. What they gonna do with who?
Who?
You don't think
Asia?
You don't think Asia can stick Morrow? Barbecue chicken. She ain't eating. Smothered. Suffocating.
You don't listen.
When
she go to AT, AT gonna get real physical with her. Shit, man. Come on, man.
Clothesline.
It's cool, man.
Rob, do you think the same go for Feagin?
Feagin's a 4 in the league.
Feagin just played 5 all last season.
She's a 4. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but she's a 4. Now,
true 4.
What she's gonna have?
Remember, Anissa Morrow is like 6 feet tall, y'all.
Yeah.
Feagin is all what, 6'3"?
What Feagin's gonna have to do is get stronger, become an absolute dog on the glass as far as rebounding and knock down consistent shots. That's what's gonna have to happen. But when you're talking about Feagin versus Morrow, that you're talking about 3 inches size difference, completely 3 inch size difference, and you can see the difference on the floor. Like
Morrow is a true 6'3".
Morrow is not affecting nobody's shot defensively at the 4. She's not. She is. Everybody's longer, taller, faster, stronger. Like it's just not happening. So I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, Jeff. Morrow might she okay. Let's say that she can outwork and out hustle the old broads that you talking about, not named Wilson and Collier. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. She couldn't out hustle the young broads that's gonna be coming to the league behind her and that's in the league right now that she couldn't out hustle and outwork over the last 3 or 4 years. Like they coming. She couldn't win no championship through them either.
So he said just Howard.
So what you talking about?
He just said Wilson and Collier, right?
Yeah, just Wilson and Collier. Just Wilson and Collier.
Okay. So what do you think about 18?
I wish you would stop typing and just hit the link. I swear I wish you would stop typing and hit the link. I'm gonna drop it again. Please stop typing and hit the link. Just come on up and talk.
What I want people to understand is like, it ain't too many people out working AT in the goddamn league. Let's just start there.
Swiss Army knife.
It's hard to outwork her. So if you taking her out the equation, yeah, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night, man. It's gonna be a long night. I love it though, man. You want to come up and have a conversation? We can talk about it. I'm good with it. All right, so let's move on. Sania Rivers. I think it was a good pick by Connecticut. The problem with Connecticut is I don't see how she fits there. It's a good pick overall for the value of the 8th overall pick. It's a good pick for her. The problem I got is you got to move Mayberry out the way to allow her to be successful.
I think my issue is just would I give her the chance? Like with just the unfortunate timing of everything that happened for her, and she didn't get to play at all, right? Because she's been just dealing with the passing of her mom. Will she even get the opportunity? Preseason is over. Has she been at practice? What are they gonna give her? It's just so unfortunate for that kid. I would hope that Connecticut could give her still an opportunity, but I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna cut her. I don't think they're gonna cut her because she's gonna get claimed. Like somebody's gonna pick her up. Like if you cut her because of the ability not to practice, I mean, I get it's a professional job, but you're talking about that type of talent. If you cut her, she's gonna get claimed. So I don't think they're gonna cut her.
Okay.
So I think she does.
I just want her to get the opportunity. I want her to get the opportunity to really come show what she can do. Y'all know I'm not even the biggest Sania Rivers fan, but I think that she has a skill set, the length, the defense, and her ability to go whatever it takes. I'll rebound, block shots, dive on the floor. Like when she's really on, she don't mind doing none of that stuff. So you need that type of player. You need that type of utility player on your team. And then she can go get a bucket. She can go get a bucket. So I just want the kid to get a chance. I want the kid to get a chance. So send some positive energy her way. Sarah Ashley Barker, number 9, Los Angeles Sparks. What do you think about her?
I don't agree with this pick. I don't think she's a first rounder. I think James would have been a better pick for the Sparks because they need somebody. Isaiah James, Isaiah James would have been a better pick just due to the fact that she had the ability to go help them go get buckets. As you see what she's doing with the Dallas Wings right now, right? You putting the ball in her hands, she's going to go get buckets. She making plays. She's doing everything that she needs to do to stay in the league. I think that's one of the pieces that LA could have used because they already getting out rebounded, right, on the glass because they're not big enough. But you could have used another person that could have helped you. Like you put James next to Plum with Akia and Brinks and Hamby. I like that starting 5. I like that 5 right there. So I think she's a missing piece that they could have actually used in LA for sure.
As a Carolina fan, Anissa Morrow can play on my team anytime with her motive and skill set. I'll find the best matchup I can. Anissa's a lot like A. Thomas in that nobody's gonna outwork her. I don't think that we said she wouldn't play on our team. I think what we said was she wouldn't play the 4. She would play a 3. So
yeah, she's not playing. She's not playing.
I don't think anybody was arguing was saying she wouldn't be on the team. Barker is a core piece, not a first rounder. In the league, she would not develop an outside shot.
Who are we talking about?
I'm waiting on C3. Barker, not a first rounder, is a dumb take. Jacob, all that talk, all the typing you doing, just hit the link and come on up and talk. You ain't had a good take in the chat yet.
Well,
you just keep talking about what ain't good takes. Tell us what is.
So if you think she's Barker, not a first, okay, got you. If you don't, I don't care that you disagree with me, but explain why you think she's a first round pick.
Yeah. I would love to hear that part. I would definitely love to hear that part. What's your take on Paopao and how far she can go? Watching Paopao yesterday, I think she could be Kayla McBride 2.0. Look, I was impressed with Pau. I mean, I can't really say impressed. It was what I expected in a way. Paopao looked like a starting point guard in the W. She looked like somebody that could come run your team. She looked like she's a common presence. She looked like she had a lot of poise. She looked like she been working on her shot. She looked like she was in better. She looked like she was back in the shape that she was in at the start of the season. And Pau looked like she was ready to work.
Well, here's one thing. I was finna get to it because the next team that we had on the board, Chicago, I don't agree with none of their picks. That Paopao should have been, and Madison Scott should have been the 2 picks for them there. That's what I was.
At 10 and 11. That's what you liked at 10 and 11. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So when you
talk about and HBL,
neither one of these 2 should have been picked in the first round. Let's just get there. They should have went with Paopao. They should have went with Madison Scott. Is they 2 picks right there. I don't think I need to really explain in the common sense of what that looks like. But yeah.
Would you have liked an Isaiah James or Sania Rivers at Chicago?
Well, I've already got Sania James off my board earlier, right? In Dallas at 12.
Sania Rivers. You said Rivers to
Rivers was already off my board and James was already off my board before we even got to 10 and 11. Okay. That's how
you got to Chicago. I got you.
Yeah, so I'm not even taking the equation that I would have been able to draft them because they already would have been off my board. So my next 2 picks would have been a Paopao and Madison Scott in that situation.
Would you have taken a Harmony Turner at Chicago?
Not in the first round, though.
Not in the first round. Got you. But a skill set that could work at Chicago.
Yes, I would.
As far as like the three ball and
I would have took. Go ahead. Yeah, I would have took a chance on her late second round, third round pick. I would have took an opportunity on her, but first round, no, I'm not. I wouldn't have did it.
Are you saying you should have got Sundell and the true point? Is that what you said they should have did at 10 and 11 AB? That's what you're talking about. And then you like Isaiah at Dallas.
So here's why you take Madison and Paopao, right? Paopao, one, she could play combo, right? She can bring shooting. She can play combo. That's what you need next to, you already got Vandersloot, right? And then you already struggling on the bench. So you need bench scoring. So Paopao can give you both, right? Bring you a point guard off the bench and give you outside shooting. Madison Scott can guard on the wings, who's a better looking version of Michelle. What up? Not Michelle. MO.
On your word?
She's a better looking version of her. Yeah, she's a better looking version of her. So you got 2 young pieces that's better than what you already have on your bench. I get the veterans that you have, but you don't need them. Give me these 2 young players. We got a little spark off the bench that can come give us and play invaluable minutes and when we need them to. So that's why I would have went with Paopao, because we get outside shooting and we get a big wing that we need that can play next to Reese, that can play next to Cardozo. If you take one of them off the floor, you can move Madison to the 4. You still have Paopao. You can play the 2. You can play Eric Alkins at the 3, or you can do a lot of different things. And I think Chicago missed opportunity right there with those 2 players.
And that takes us to Isaiah James at Dallas.
I already had off the board, so for me, I would have took Sania. I would have took Feagin at 12 for Dallas. Give him a big I think the 4 spot and the 3 spot in Dallas is something that they're missing. So I would have took Feagin right there.
Yeah, I think we talked about Feagin to Dallas a couple times. So
for me, I would have 2 Gamecocks going in the first round. Paopao and Feagin. And then Bree Hall went second round for me.
All right. You want to talk through? You ready to talk through the second round?
Let's do it.
Yeah, Dallas need a pick. We got first pick, Aaliyah Nye.
Nye, right there. I don't think that. I think that was the right pick. And that's about me. I'm taking the preseason out of it. I think it's the right pick because what's one of the things that we need to come off the bench for the Aces is 3-point shooting. She was one of the best 3-point shooters in this draft. So I mean, Nye was a perfect pick right there. Madison Scott, like I said, she would have been a first round pick for me. This is probably the second, third pick would have been. I would have went with Sailors, not knowing pre-injury. I would have probably went with Sailors going to Dallas. So I had Paige and Sailors in Dallas. Mm-hmm. So I got Sailors on my wing. I got Paige at the point, and then I got a Feagin. So I would have touched all 3 areas, right? I got a point, I got a wing, and I got a forward. I would have touched all 3 of those points. So that's how I would have did with the Dallas pick. Minnesota, that was just a draft and stash because they already got a loaded roster. So I probably would have did the same thing Minnesota did and just take me a draft and stash player just due to the fact of there's nobody I could bring in that can impact my roster right now that's going to take a roster spot. So I'm thinking years in advance. I'm taking a draft and stash for Minnesota. So that allows anybody that gets selected off my team next year, I could bring that player in for the following year because 2 teams coming into the league. It's potentially going to take 1 or 2 people off my roster, which allowed me to bring that person in. So I would have drafted stash there.
Absolutely. 131 in the chat, y'all. Run them likes up on both platforms. Make sure y'all subscribe on both platforms. If you have not joined the VIP on one of the platforms, make sure you hit that membership. You do not want to miss the VIP live only this week. We got some weekly VIP lives dropping. Make sure y'all check those out. Next up, Mighty West Bell, Chicago Sky. What you think?
Good pick, especially for the value of the pick. So in the first round, you would have had a Paopao, you would have had a Madison Scott. Then you come back with a Mighty West Bell. So you had a combo guard, you had a wing, and you had a forward that could play. So depending on how you want to play the 3 or the 4. I think that would have been a good value pick right there with Chicago. So I think they got it right there.
So you got West Bell sticking in Chicago?
I do have her sticking.
Okay. All right. Cheyenne Sellers is an interesting pick to talk about. We know Cheyenne didn't stick at Golden State. We know that she's at Atlanta. Yeah. So I guess we know that it wasn't the right pick. But was there another pick that they should have made? Like I think Sellers is on the board at this point. You have to take her at Golden State because you need scoring, right? But it didn't work out. So was there a better pick right here for them at 5 in round 2?
If you go to the next part of it, well, I had Cheyenne Sellers coming off with number 2 with Dallas, but if you go to a perfect pick for them would have been a Bree Hall in that situation, or even a Tipson. I would have took one of those 2 because they really don't have an identity. So for Golden State, it's like you don't have an identity. What are you really looking for? They got a bunch of wings already. They need some guards. Bree Hall can guard. You know what I'm saying? Wings are guards. And they don't really have a lot of bigs. So, you know what I'm saying? You could have went with Bree Hall or Michaela in that situation for me.
Got you. Quick question. Can draftees record themselves at training camp in case they get cut? So, like, you had a great camp. I got that tape. Can you share that tape? Or are they really only interested in game film?
I mean, it's art. Every practice has been recorded anyway. You got people that's cutting up film, things like that, so they can get that tape at any time.
So they don't even got to do it themselves. It's available.
Yeah,
Jeff is not using Maddie right, in my opinion.
It's people that get paid to do that stuff. You ain't gotta worry about that. It's people that get paid.
Yeah, shoot. James of Flatbush, bless me with the Coca-Cola time. Appreciate the support, fam. Gotta hit you with the shoulders. Get it. Appreciate the support, fam. Thank you so much. So next up, we already told us what you would do with Te-Hina Paopao, right?
Yep, she's already off the board.
With Paopao. So what are you doing with this pick right here? If it's not Paopao,
Lucy Olsen. Lucy Olsen, 3-point shooter.
To the Atlanta Dream.
Give you a 3-point shooter. That's what I'm putting there. Give me a 3-point shooter, somebody that can able to knock down open shots. So that's what I'm taking there.
Michaela Timpson at the Indiana Fever.
Perfect spot for her to land because they need rebounding. They need youth on the team because they got a lot of veterans in front of her. So that's kind of the perfect pick for them. I don't think you change anything about that pick, especially you're getting great value at that. For the number 7 pick in the second round, that's great value to get a Timpson.
Number 8, Bree Hall. We know that Bree is no longer with the Indiana Fever. Was that
Correct.
The right pick? You have done something different there? Let me know.
I already had off the board. But if she's still on the board, matter of fact, I take it back. If she was still on the board, I would have put her in Atlanta, and then I would have put Lucy Olsen with the Fever. Let me take it back. Okay. So I would have took Hall with Atlanta. I would have put Lucy Olsen with the Fever.
I believe if Bree stayed in Fever, she would have exposed all of the weaknesses of that point guard in every area. They couldn't allow that. You think so? Could have exposed, but also could have challenged and helped her and challenged her to get better, right? To me, that when we talk about, like Rob was talking about, practice, being able to practice on the road and practice players and having practice people on the team, the type of defense and the attack that Breezy would bring would definitely challenge her to get better. Sania Feagin at the Los Angeles Sparks.
Already had off the board in the first round.
What do you do with this Sparks pick right here?
This is interesting because they truly need a rebounder, but even if they got a rebounder, they're not going to play her. So that's the part that it's like you starting to get into one of these areas where it's like you just take a chance on somebody. What you really need versus what you got, right? I don't think there's a true point guard that's in the draft at this point. But at the same time, I could use Harmony Turner in this spot with LA because I think they need that Energizer Bunny, that somebody that can bring them, they can bring some energy, a spark off the bench, who can handle the ball, who can help them get into offense, things like that. So I'm looking at more of the Sparks because taking Feagin was not saying it's a bad pick, but they have no intentions on playing Feagin because of the people that's in front of her, the veterans that's in front of her. They don't truly have a skill set, but they have to play them because they're veterans, and that's the part of where it hurts. So they truly needed somebody that can go rebound and just that's all their job is do is rebound. But I don't think they're going to do it. So let's see.
Got you. 10th pick, Aisha Coulibaly to the Chicago Sky. I know she's hurt, so a drafting stash.
It would have been perfect.
Surprised that Coulibaly was the pick. I was concerned that Coulibaly wouldn't get picked up because of the injury. I thought she was, listen. I think that Texas A&M has a different type of season if Coulibaly stays healthy. I think that Joni finishes the season with a few more wins. But how do you think a healthy Coulibaly fits with the Sky, with an Angel and a Camilla and what they have there?
For me personally, I would have went drafting stash. I wouldn't even drafted her. That's just me personally. Because I don't think I just truly think that like it's only so many people we can carry on the roster. We already had two picks in the first round. What are we doing? Jessica Carter got cut from the Sky. So Jessica Carter right now? Yeah, she just got cut. So
there's that.
Yeah, when you look at it, Jessica Carter could have helped the Sky this year. So it's surprising that she got cut.
I can't figure out Jessica Carter. I thought that Jessica Carter was going to help the Las Vegas Aces last year. So I don't know what the hell happens when Jessica gets to the facility that has her not getting on the floor. But I'm not clear. I was excited. I'm like, damn, Jessica Carter. That's good height. Bring her in there. She's young. She's got a chance to learn behind Asia. And it's like, what the hell happened? We didn't see her get on the floor. The same thing with kind of like Queen Egbo. Like, what the hell's going on? You sad about Madison Scott getting away? Okay. Yeah.
It's bad, but
Madison Scott and Bree Hall are two that I'm hoping get picked back up. Jessica shot his broke his foot. What? God damn, Bree Wayne. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
she'll be okay next year.
Yeah, and in that part, I would have traded that pick if I was Chicago, or I would have drafted Stash, because you just really overloading your roster for nothing, just to cut them.
You're not taking Lucy Olsen at the Washington Mystics at 11. What are you doing with that pick?
Just dropping anybody because we just using roster spots up.
Craig, are you trolling me? Carter had anger issues. What? She'll be okay next year. Okay.
Yeah, like Washington, I can just run this out easy because like Washington and Connecticut, I'm just taking players just to fill the roster spots. Daniels, Minnesota, she just went and did another drafting stash. Like, it's always so many people you can take on the roster, and we just wasting spots because we got too many draft picks.
She got cut from the Liberty, maybe. I know she got brought into Las Vegas and let go. So I'm just not clear. I'm not clear on what's going on with her. But Minnesota Lynx at 12 took Delia Daniels. Am I saying that right? What do you think about that pick?
I said it's a drafting stash. I went through 11, 12, 13.
And Rhea Marshall, too. All right, let's go.
Yeah, just filling out the roster. Yeah. Third round. We in a third. We in a third. Oh, I forgot about Sundale and JJ.
They already cut Daniels.
Yeah, okay. I forgot about Sundale and JJ.
Sundale, I think somebody said they should have been a point guard somewhere else. Somebody mentioned Sundale earlier.
You could have dropped her to the sky. You could have dropped her to the sky with the 10th pick. I can see that.
So do you take Sundale to the sky at the 10th pick if you have Sloop there?
Yeah, that's perfect. Give her somebody to develop behind. So now check it out, right? You get Sundale, you got Paopao, you got Madison Scott, and then you got who did I say was the big? I gave him a big. I forgot who I just gave him as a big. But they got 4 spots filled.
You got him as a big. But here's the thing. Do you think that Chicago is thinking about next season and the potential of adding a Raven Johnson?
They could be.
Okay.
They could be, but I was Sundale going to Chicago would have been a good situation though to learn behind a veteran.
Morgan
JJ
and Alex, I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, JJ Morgan was on the team last year, so she was on the team last year. JJ was that's a good value pick for Dallas. That's a steal. That's probably gonna be the steal of the draft. JJ.
You got JJ sticking?
Yeah, I got her sticking. She's been playing really good preseason wise. She's gonna stick. King, that was just trying something to try something. Madison Connor, we just wasting time with picks now. And then Chin, we all know why Chin went to Golden State, right? Who's the coach?
Do you have Connor and King getting picked up somewhere else, or you got them kind of like going overseas or something like that?
Overseas, that's overseas picks.
Okay.
We know what's up with Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? She got to stick.
And the last picks.
I mean, everybody on this list is pretty much overseas picks. You know what I'm saying? So it was just ready to hear your name called.
What about Zay Green and Harmony and Taylor?
I said what I do with Homie. Homie, I would have dropped in the second round. Zay Green
is out of Alabama, right?
Zay Green, I'm not a fan of. So you can go ahead and go overseas. Taylor, she just didn't go to the right place. I don't think Atlanta was the right place for her. A Dallas or Washington, Connecticut will probably been a better spot for
her. Zay Green, I'm with you, Bree Wayne. I'm surprised Zay ain't got cut yet either. I think they keep Zay Green. I think
she was terrible. She was terrible in preseason.
Yeah, but she didn't get cut.
Oh no! Don't say it yet, because she probably will. They just wait to see who gonna all come out there so they can put a claim in.
Come on, Rob, with it. Come on, Rob. Don't cut nobody kid on Mother's Day. Don't do that. Don't send nobody kid home on Mother's Day.
Look how many people getting cut.
Send them home yesterday.
Look how many people getting cut on Mother's Day right now.
Yeah, but come on, Mr. Shake My Hand. You ain't got to be cutting people on Mother's Day though. You trying to send people to the crib on Mother's Day, knowing they got bills and stuff to play.
Listen, that first preseason game, I had already cut her in my mind. I'm like, she gone. I'm like, who was that 14 out there? Okay. Remember I kept asking who 14 was?
Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to skip over that part. God, oh man. Okay, so here we go.
She was cut way
Taylor.
in.
Let's talk about Taylor theory. What is your opinion about Taylor?
Like I said, she was drafted to the wrong team. I don't think the Atlanta was the ideal fit for her. But they just took her just to, you know what I'm saying, her name get called across the stage. I think
I thought Taylor theory could shoot the three though. So that's why I thought Atlanta might work. 3 and D.
She can, but I just don't think being next to Ryan Howard is the ideal fit. You know what I'm saying? Like what they trying to do in Atlanta. Like I said, I think Dallas, Washington, and Connecticut would have been a better fit for her. That's just how I look at it. I think she has value, right, with the D and 3, but I don't think she's gonna get the opportunity.
Aubrey Griffin.
She just got.
I was surprised to hear her name come off the board. I ain't gonna hold you up. I was like, from UConn. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't see it coming.
You know why that happened? They were just trying to give the champs, because they was all at the draft. They were trying to get them some love.
Can Aubrey do something to stick in the league though?
Not at Minnesota. Not at Minnesota. She can't. Minnesota ain't gonna play her.
But she can hold a spot. She can hold a spot to be in the expansion if she get picked up.
We'll see. I think it's gonna be better players coming out next year. We'll see.
And I don't know anything about Mr. Irrelevant, number 13, Asia Kane. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. You got what you're
so
with that.
A little off topic, but do you think that Mercury bounced back with additions?
Bounce back how? Like what do you mean? Like that's what I want to know, Craig. What kind of additions are we talking? I mean, what kind of bounce back additions are we talking about? Like, can they make the playoffs addition? I mean, as far as that, or what are we doing?
And AB, I see you saying you believe if Harmony was in a better school, she would have been first round. If she was in more of a basketball school, yeah, sure.
I don't think it really had nothing to do with a basketball school. I think it was more about the fit for me.
Harmony at Vegas? You didn't think that was a good fit for her?
Who?
We talking about Harmony Turner.
Harmony.
Harmony.
Yeah, Harmony. I think Harmony just got cut because of the roster. Like they didn't have a spot. Like if they had 15 spots, she stays on the roster. She don't get cut.
Molly, I thought like you thought at first. I thought that Harmony would stay an extra year and play somewhere else. But listening to Harmony talk about what it meant for her to get that Harvard degree, and she said Harmony had said people tried to drop the bag, but they couldn't drop a bag that was gonna rival the bag that she was gonna get from having Harvard on her on her degree. So there we go. LA not playing, hip injury. Dang. Cake Martin out too. And you think Phoenix is in trouble. Satu feel like a paper tiger to me. What?
The reason why
you say Satu is a guy that at the mall tiger goes?
So the thing with Phoenix is they got a 2-3-4. No point, no center. That's the problem. You got You got AT at the 4. You got Satu at the 3. You got Kai at the 2. With no
But
point.
check this out. Can't AT be your point forward though?
She can be. She can be your point. But here's the problem. Satu and Kai are not consistent shooters.
Oh well, you gotta get consistent now. Now you got out here to Phoenix to all this good food, pregame meals, and the facilities is nice, and we got the Diana Taurasi practice court. But you got to get on the Diana Taurasi practice court and get your consistent shooting going.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to move around.
That's the biggest thing. It don't matter what team AT playing on, she gonna become the point forward. So when she get that thing, she out. You know what I'm saying? But consistent shooting wise, that's not Satu and that's not Kai.
Man, they better try to get consistent, Rob. Like, you got to earn your checks around here now. Can you consider AT a center from her rebounding aspect?
Can you consider AT a center?
Based on the way she rebounds. She's such a Swiss Army knife. It's hard to put her in a box.
So Craig, to answer your question, right? Depend on the team they playing, right? If you're talking about them playing the Aces, when they move Asia to center, you can move AT to center, you can move Satu to the 4, you can move Kai to the 3, and you can go put somebody in the 2 and the 1 spot. Depending on the team they playing. Like in some aspects, she can play the 5. But if you're talking about them playing Atlanta, nah, that ain't gonna work because they got BG and Bree Jones at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. So it just depends on the matchup, who they playing. They playing Seattle. Could she guard Izzy? Yeah, she can guard Izzy. Satu can guard Nneka. It just depends on who they playing in the situation of game to game. Like some games she's gonna play the center. Some games she's gonna be the forward. I mean, she's gonna be at the 4. It just depends.
Yeah, Valks Mercury coming up in 27 minutes. For sure they are. Kennedy Carter should be playing in the W. Rusty, we talked about that earlier, and I think what Rob basically said was that if Kennedy really had wanted to be in the W, she could have pressed the issue to be in the W.
Yeah, she would have hired a different agent.
Kennedy appears to, Kennedy just went to China and got treated like a rock star. Like they was dropping her off at the game in limos. She made at least $1 million plus, I believe, like $1.5 million, something like that. I think I heard them say. And then she signed up for a bag in Mexico.
So just think about it.
She's living La Vida Loca, baby.
Just think about it. You just made $1.5 million, and you come back to play for $120K. I just got $1 million, and you think that you finna disrespect me and play me $120K, and deal with the bull crap? Nah, I'm good.
I don't know Kennedy's agent's name, but I believe that Kennedy's agent is the same agent that Malaysia Fuwali hired.
Listen, what I'm telling you is if Kennedy would just go and sign with Rock Nation or Clutch, she'll be back in the league tomorrow. But that ain't what she wants. She's trying to get her bag. Hey, listen, she probably gonna end up making about $3 million this year. While everybody else in America, salary wise, gonna be less than $250 because everybody making less than $250 for salary wise. So she's made about 4, 5, 6, 7 times more than what somebody else gonna make in the W right now.
Mm-hmm.
And having freedom to do what she want to do, and laughing at people because they getting fined by the league for stupid stuff.
Like I said, she living La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
Down in Mexico, baby.
The AT getting fined for every technical foul she picking up. And she ain't studying what they talking about.
Once she see the league the next 5 years, she gonna want parts. But at that point, Craig, in 5 years, right? Let's say in 5 years, Kennedy's like, yep, I want back in the league. Could she still play at a high level in 5 years? Probably, if she keeps herself in shape and she doesn't get hurt. But in 5 years, she could have made $15 million. He just said she probably gonna make $3 million this year. So in 5 years, if she decides that she wants to come back and she'd have put $15 million in the bank, so what? Come on back. Yeah. Make $250,000 or whatever they paying at that time.
I think that'd be over $1 million, but we'll see. But all right, so to answer AB's question, because I don't think I answered it. With the new CBA, is the rosters expanding? Yes, the rosters are expanding. They're supposed to go to 15 man rosters. And they're also adding more games. So you've seen an increase this year from 40 to 44. When these next two teams come in, it's gonna go from 44 to 48. Another two teams is going to end up going to 60. So they're gonna be up to about 72 games by the time it's all said and done to win a championship. So you're talking about 72 games, more money, more advertisement, more endorsements, things like that. So you're going to see a lot more. So you have to bump the roster up because you're talking about a 72 game season, and only have 12. And you're talking about a hard salary cap. That's going to be tough to deal with. So they're going to have to bump up to 15.
All I have to move. Let's see. Could we start seeing next gen talents just straight up ignoring the W? If the W don't get it together,
I literally just talked about that earlier. That's what I talked about earlier. It's like, hey,
for what?
If you only gonna pay me $250, right? I can go overseas and get $1 million. If they didn't come with this dumb rule about the W, about how you can enter the draft, you gotta have this 4-year degree. I promise you, Juju probably would have left and went overseas and played and came back. But you gotta have a degree.
That, Rob, think about how many years you got to play in the W before you even get to the $200,000, $250,000 mark. Like you got to sit at that rookie salary, that's $75,000, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then, meanwhile, you just said Kennedy made 3 M's this year.
Yeah.
So for what? Yeah, I don't get it.
But listen, she came in averaging 17, right? And then she went overseas and got a bag. Then she came back and she leave. So imagine like she collecting $1 million every time she leave out of the States and goes somewhere else. She collecting $1 million, right? And this was her 3rd time, so she done made $3 million for some of these people that ain't even got sniffed $3 million yet. Ain't even sniffed $1 million yet.
Ain't sniffed $250,000. As far we're not talking about NIL deals. We're not talking about endorsements. We're not talking about none of that. We just talking about what does the direct deposit from the WNBA say? That's all we talking about. What that direct deposit hitting like. Jardine is Kennedy's new agent. He also has Diamond DeShields, Camila Cardoso, Zaya Cook, Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler ended up with a hell of a deal. Every time I say Erica Wheeler's name, y'all say, yeah, I want her to go someplace. But Erica Wheeler is paid. Far as WNBA salary money go, one of the highest up there. If Wally, Juju, and Ken get together down in Mexico, me and the fam going on a road trip. I heard that goes. I heard that.
All right, so peep that out, right? If that's her new agent, tell me what star player she got on it. Tell me what star player her agent got. Right? Bam, perfect. Like I said, if she wanted to be in the league, if she goes to a top dog, which is Rock Nation or Clutch Sports, she'll be back in the league tomorrow. But I don't know if she really. I think she pushing for her bag more than she pushing to play in the W. Where you gonna get a bag at? And you got to deal with the headache. Go overseas. Simple. Run me that bag.
I see over on the Instagram. What's up, fam? Erica Wheeler up there with the cardio runners too. Yep, making $250,000 for that cardio she doing. $250,000.
Light work.
$250,000. And ain't even playing deep into the playoffs or nothing like that. I don't even know if Erica Wheeler get up off the bench with that direct deposit hit.
Here's
the thing. I don't dislike Erica Wheeler as a player. What I feel like y'all say is that she's not worth the amount of money that they're paying her for the impact that she makes. But I watched Erica Wheeler be the MVP at the AEBL. She still can hoop when she want to. When she gets the opportunity. What you got?
Erica Wheeler's a hell of a fucking practice player. That's what I'm gonna say.
Man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that on Erica. Don't do that. You said they need the practice players on the road.
Yeah, you need the practice players. Hey, listen.
Get out there. I need you to be Juju. I need you to be CC.
Hey, listen.
It's called first pick. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna check them out.
She ain't the only one.
She ain't the only one. What?
Look and see it. Sid, you know how to collect that goddamn check too now.
Y'all stop doing shit. Y'all stop doing shit like that now. Stop that. Stop doing this. All that time yesterday talking about see it this, see it that. Leave shit alone. Sid's still collecting the check.
Hey, listen. Give me a glorified practice player to understand a glorified practice player role. It can be the best cheerleader. It can be the hype man on the team. Hey, we need that now. When the energy low, I can count on her.
Know how to be professional. Ain't gonna be in no scandals. Ain't gonna cause no drama. Gonna be on time.
Listen though. You know, Sid money hitting right when she can help start a whole league. You know that check hitting right when she can start. She can start a whole league. She started. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's a league for all the backup players to pull up to. Come on now, what we doing?
Exactly. Yeah, in 3 years, the cardio runners will be replaced, Benji, baby, and that's what I don't think people really realize. Like as this other top talent starts to come into the league, these old folk, hey, shake my hand, move around. It's coming for him.
Sid better than Bell now. Sid better than Bell now.
Yeah, Sid is also a great vibe in the in the locker room now. Hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Sid funny as hell. Sid fun.
Sid gonna get up off that bench now. Yeah, one thing you ain't gotta tell me, Sid gonna get up off that bench now.
Sid just was playing the other day. They was like, oh, Sid out there. That's all right. Sid not gonna cost you no game.
Yeah, she gonna at least get up out there now. And she gonna dance with it. Why she out there?
Fever fans already coming for Coulson.
What they coming for? Hey, listen, they said she was the hottest.
What Coulson did?
They said she was the hottest thing smoking when they signed her now.
World's better than Bell. She's actually ready when called. I don't consider her a cardio runner. Sid is only a cardio runner now because of the time that they put her in the game.
Yeah.
I don't think Lexi Brown gonna be next. If Lexi figured out her health condition, Lexi Brown is still a sniper. It's still some place in the WNBA for Lexi Brown. If she can figure out the Crohn's disease, shit. Lexi a sniper. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let you talk about Lexi now. That's the eight now. Lexi now.
What did that have to do with what we was talking about? See, because that wasn't your basketball. That wasn't your basketball voice. That wasn't your basketball voice. What just happened right here? That was almost a Shakira Austin tone I heard.
Lexi gonna keep a job now. She gonna have her job. She gonna get about that.
The crazy part
she can shoot it now.
Lexi, but the crazy part is Lexi is a second generation. She's a second generation professional ball player, right? So it ain't even about the money for her. Like Lexi really hoop.
No. She really can hoop. The only thing that's like you said, the only thing that's holding her back is just that Crohn's disease. Now if she didn't have that, or she was up off of that mono now. She ain't got those two things. Now she good.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lexi.
Oh yeah. Listen, I like Lexi is a sniper. I can't hold her up. I can't hold her up. I get frustrated with her sometimes when she on Gil's show and everything because I'll be like, Lexi, say it. Lexi, say it. But
she be afraid. She be afraid to say that stuff on Gil's because she don't be wanting to backlash from the league. You know what I'm saying? Because she actually in the league, and so she can't be up there like Miko can. Miko can just say whatever the hell she want to now. Miko get you in trouble.
whatever she want to say. She like it. What? Flame thrower. I got something to say. Hey, she ain't tripping.
Miko get you in trouble now. Hey, leave Miko alone now. She gonna get you in perfect trouble.
I don't understand exactly what Crohn's is, except that they said it like she could be feeling good and then it could just like the bottom could fall out that thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Crohn's is, but that has to be a hell of a challenging thing to try to deal with when you're trying to be a professional athlete and then have a team count on you, right? Like, yo, I'm ready, and then I ain't cool. So she said it's a GI issue. Okay.
The crazy thing is though, she be in the best shape though. It ain't like she out of shape or nothing. She be in the best. She be in good shape. And it just happened.
The interior lining of your intestines is messed up. Can't digest food. Is that? I mean, is it like eating dinner? Is that eating different? Man, that's crazy. That's a hell of a thing to have to deal with.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Wow. So I mean, I'm just glad to see Lexi healthy because again, sniper, but. And I couldn't tell if Lexi was just if she was mismanaged at the Sparks, or it was just the Crohn's disease that kept her from being able to really blow up in LA.
Man, you know what it is. Goddamn Kurt Miller out there.
Don't say Sid was turning it over. Stop. Or random too. Okay. E. Wheeler was off the bench before her. Man, you gotta earn this money. We tried to just hand you $250,000. Come on now. Yeah. We know Lexi's father is Dee Brown for sure. Very painful. Messes with her energy. I can see that. Well,
all right, y'all. Hey, listen, if you're not a member of neither one of the channels, man, you better become a member today. Because tomorrow we're gonna have a special edition of the platform on a private live for members only.
Members only, baby. Members only.
So, come a member today. Check us out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Cess will be back.
Will you take some shots?
With HD for the what now?
I was getting ready to do the game, but now y'all said ain't nobody playing, so I don't even know if I should still do the game. Put a 5 in the chat if you watching the game.
All right, listen, I'm about to jump off this.
Chat it's on another link anyway. Yeah, tell us when you live again.
My platform will be live here in a couple hours. We're talking Shador Sanders, Coach Prime. So if y'all want to check out some Colorado content, pull up on us. Because the channel will be live.
Chat. I'm looking in the chat. I'm trying to see if we watching Golden State Phoenix live or in the mansion. The most of the 5 I see right now, we could be in the mansion with it.
Yeah.
All right, Craig, subscribe, locked in. Looking forward to seeing you on the VIP live. All right. Yeah. So, we appreciate y'all pulling up, rocking with us. We appreciate y'all pulling up, rocking with us. We back next Sunday with regular Say Less, Mean More. This was just our special Mother's Day edition. Happy Mother's Day again. Happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers out there. I think I'm gonna go in the mansion for the Golden State game. I'm back tonight for the CC show. Cause I'm gonna close this one down. I'm gonna be back tonight for the CC show. At 11 with Coach Coleman, so we get our scorers and pick'ems for that game. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We appreciate the support. Hit them likes.